do this.
Hey everyone, welcome to a very special edition of the Savage Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host James Moyer. This is my co-host Aaron Baker. What's up, Aaron?
Yeah.
All right.
It's been a fucking morning. I just hate the human race as a whole. Like nobody has a goddamn sense of urgency anymore. And I'm telling you right now, the one thing that grinds my gears the most
Here we
is
go.
does nobody know what a goddamn motherfucking turn signal is? It's the thing that makes your car do this. It's the thing that you have to, push down on a lever on your steering wheel to make work. It lets other drivers know that you're turning and that they either need to stop and wait for you or the fact that you're fucking turning. I am that is my biggest fucking pet peeve on the fucking road. Is when dumb motherfuckers do stupid fucking things, and I almost get in a fucking accident because I don't want to flick a lever for half a second just for a turn signal.
All right, Aaron. I see that you're in a bad mood. Let's see if we get you in a good mood. We do have a special guest with us today. You might see him on the Pro Wrestling Tees podcast.
Pro Wrestling Tees?
Pro Wrestling Times. My bad. Shut up.
Oh, wow. I was about to say, they got a podcast? I might have to
No. My bad. Jake's probably laughing. But
I'd love to work for Pro Wrestling Tees.
I wish I do. You'll see him all the time on PWT. I talk to him all the time during the shows if I have time to watch the shows. But please let me introduce to y'all to Jake. How you doing, Jake?
Good. How's it going, gang? I'd just like to state for the record that I do use my left and right turn indicators.
Thank fucking God. See, because we were talking about this, James. Okay, so this leads into a story. Okay, 2015. I'm going down the 60. Jake knows exactly what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yep.
Interstate 60. It's an interstate in Arizona. It gets extremely busy around rush hour traffic, and guess what? That is when I would get off of work. So this one day in particular, I have my turn signal on for a total of 10 seconds. I check my right side mirror, check my blind side, everything's good. And all of a sudden, I feel a bump, and I go, "What in the fuck was that?" So I kept driving. And somebody, I don't know who the fuck it is, nor do I really give a fuck. Somebody goes, "You need to pull over." And I go, "What?" Because, of course, I'm going 65 on an interstate and you're trying to yell at me. She goes, "You need to pull over. You hit somebody." And I go, "I didn't hit a fucking soul, lady." So I pulled over. This fucking dumb blonde bitch. As you can tell, I'm in a fucking mood today. I apologize, Jake. I'm not usually like this, but for the last 2 weeks, somebody or something has pissed me off before the show.
Oh, this happened to you, Aaron. That's pissed off.
But anyways, I gotta pull over this fucking dumb blonde bitch. She goes, "Oh my god, you fucking hit me!" And I said, "Lady, I had my turn signal on for 10 seconds. Where the fuck were you? Because I checked my blind side and I checked my side view mirrors, and you were nowhere to be found." "Well, you fucking hit me." And I go, "Okay, lady, whatever." Cop comes over. It's a Mesa police officer. I realize I forgot my wallet.
Oh
Grandma came
my
in clutch.
God.
Grandma came in clutch and got there before the cop got there. And I was like, I told my grandma, I said, "Get." And the police officer agreed with me because he saw the pay transfer. And I need people to do this, okay? Type into your little Google machine a 1991 Toyota Tercel.
Oh my
It's
God.
it's a little car. Did exactly what it needed to do for me. And the cop goes, "Yeah, see, if you would have hit her, there would be white on her car and not black on yours. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you go." And I said, "Thanks."
Woo!
But yeah, that just goes to show that if you use your fucking turn signals, I honestly, I don't know. I just
One of the biggest problems
irritated.
Arizona has with its driving is that we're a transplant state. Most people aren't from here, so they take their driving laws from other states and bring them here and then they stop obeying all laws. It's why I try to take the light rail whenever I can and leave my car parked.
God
If I
damn.
can.
Nah, James, he's not kidding.
I'm
He's
not
not
even a
kidding.
little bit.
They have a specific term for people like you and me that would go down to Arizona just to live for the winter. Those
Snowbirds.
are snowbirds. Snowbirds, yeah.
Yeah, they're
The
back now, which
furthest-
is why I'm not trying to leave if I don't have to.
The furthest I have seen somebody come when I was working in Mesa, which, by the way, didn't realize how big Mesa really is until I got out in the middle of fucking nowhere where there was desert. But anyways, I was like, "Oh wow, Lamborghini!" And this lady comes by and she goes, "Yeah, that's mine." I go, "Where are you from? Where are you from?" And I was expecting California or something. She goes, "Oh, Canada." And I was like, "What in the fuck?"
The amount of people that come from like the upper Midwest area, like Chicago, Minnesota, Wisconsin, and then it's starting to spread over to the Northeast, although most of them go down to Florida. But I think people realize that the humidity is worse than the dry heat. So there's more people have figured it out, and the cost of living here is rising pretty quickly.
The farthest I'll go is Tennessee.
I don't know. Well, I will say that Arizona dry heat is a killer. It's a fucking, if you're not used to it, let me tell you, whew,
Yeah,
it will make your lungs feel things that your lungs never thought they could feel.
yeah.
I'll
take it over the humidity though for me because I'm more used to it. I lived in 2 different humid places over summers, and it was like, okay, this is not for me. I can't actually breathe in this heavy weather.
It's just me. I'd rather go to cold states.
Yeah, that's one of the things that's nice about where I am in Phoenix. It's only a 4-hour, maybe 4.5-hour drive now to Vegas since they built a new like direct highway from Phoenix to Vegas. LA is like a 6.5-hour drive. San Diego is like 5.5. You can even get to Rocky Point in Mexico in about 4 hours. So it's nice in that regard too. And then stuff comes here. We've had Super Bowls recently. With the Final Four was here, the college football national championship, all in the last few years, and then. That's always fun in the city because they bring events. That's like where they bring like free live concerts or, free Bud Light events or stuff. And my wife and I always try to go to those because they have them in downtown Phoenix and we live like a mile north of there.
What, Aaron?
Nothing.
Oh,
Nothing. Because the thing that he's forgetting to mention is that Phoenix and Mesa are literally, so there's a city that is right in between that, and it's Tempe, Arizona, which is where Arizona State University is, and that's been known as a fucking party school.
Is it still ranked like the #1 party school in America? I always try to drive past it. I don't usually go near the college area unless I have to.
Let me tell I went down there a few times because I was dating a girl that was going there. I'll never date a girl that is going to any college university ever again.
Yeah, it's an interesting
I
little
just don't.
area.
I just don't fit in well with that kind of crowd. So I was just like,
Yeah, and the older you get, the further away you get from them. I don't understand most of them. They just smile and nod. Sure, kids, have fun. Cross the road without looking. It's okay.
I was trying to look up the top 10 party universities.
ASU is usually ranked in those from what I've seen.
I'm looking at it. I'm looking.
you know your university is bad when their Snapchat, their fucking the. There was a Snapchat that got leaked. Yeah. That was around the time that I was out in that area, so
Hey, they have a fun time, I guess.
preach.
Yeah, that's why I live in
Oh,
the downtown area more where like the adults are.
every website I look up, Tulane is number one.
I mean, I think that they're
They're not even ranked in this. Every website I've been looking at, they're not ranked. Which that is a party foul.
Hey, they used to be when I was younger. I haven't paid much
okay.
attention as
So
I've gotten older and married.
this article says the University of California, Santa Barbara, Florida State, Tulane, Alabama, apparently Syracuse, Georgia, Wisconsin,
Syracuse.
Yeah,
USC. That's
one of these
understandable.
things is not like the others. Syracuse came out of nowhere.
Howard University's in this list. How the fuck is Howard University a party city?
I feel like whatever, like if there's somebody writing these articles, they just went to certain schools and they went to one party and one party was better. And I mean, it's a small sample size. Now I remember ASU was
The
on
University
the
of Dayton is number 20. That's
Hell
crazy.
yeah! Woo!
I don't think we want that, James.
Fuck that.
Especially in this day and age.
Better than the fucking the Miami, Ohio.
No, well, listen. Apparently, Ohio is a party school because I have just went down this list, and I'm going to mention the Ohio schools. Okay, I just said the University of Dayton is number 20.
That's not bad.
Ohio University is number 15.
Home of the Bobcats.
Fuck the Bobcats. Fuck the Bobcats. Go Hawks.
Wow, you root for a team with a fucking pedophile as a quarterback back in the day, but okay.
Okay, so Ohio. So I said Ohio State. I'm going down the list. Give me a second. UC is number 26. Miami University in Oxford, Ohio is number 28.
What's UC?
26.
Oh, Cincinnati. Okay.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. My bad.
I'm a
Wow.
pretty good decipher of what people meant.
I'm used to them. I'm used to people calling Cincinnati. I've never heard them once say the University of UC.
See, fucking. I've even been to fucking Arizona's campus.
Maybe they haven't went to a fucking Arizona or an Arizona State party.
Apparently not. 'Cause if they have, they didn't survive to tell the tale.
You're still buried in the desert somewhere, or floating down Tempe Town Lake in a fucking inner tube. It's like Hunter S. Thompson. We never heard back from him. It was crazy.
That was wild.
I wasn't even there.
I forget. I used some sort of reference to Cornet the other day with my wife, and she looked at me funny. I was like, "Oh, it's from a podcast."
Oh,
get it?
Yeah, I told you I got the Cult of Cornet member
Right, the certificate.
Right? I got him to fucking write down what in a French fried titty fuck. That is my
I say
favorite
that a lot.
fucking line.
I say that a lot, and people look at me like I got two heads.
I love that fucking line when he first said it. I couldn't remember what episode it was.
What
When
in
he
the French fried titty,
titty
fuck?
fuck. I laughed so fucking hard at work. I couldn't fucking breathe. All my coworkers were like, "Are you okay?" I said, "Yeah, give me a minute. I never thought about that fucking line."
Shout out to Wheezy,
The one that always gets
James's
me
alter
is
ego.
the one where he says he shit the bed and laid in it. I'm like, that's literally the worst thing. Because shit the bed is one of my favorite phrases to use when things go wrong. But the "and laid in it" really sells it. It really
Or the one line he always says, "You're talking through your chicken Weasley lips."
yeah. So not too long ago, and I think it's because of the interactions and her listening in to Phil and when I've been on PWT, Stacy Cornett follows me on Twitter now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's the greatest. I woke up that
That's
one morning and
awesome.
it's like Mrs. C follows you back. I'm like, this day's over. We're done. I'm just going back to this is it. This is the win of the month.
Even though they don't watch us and all that, we are sorry for your loss of your beautiful
Yes.
dog, Harley Quinn.
Yes, that's rough. I lost a pet in October, and whenever Jim would talk about Harley, it always made me because I had a girl cat, and it was like very similar in how what she was for us. So I felt really bad for him. That thing that the Dark Side guys, that video they put together was really nice.
Yes,
I think that instead of fucking Reggie's Corner, if they ever start doing that again, it
Yeah,
needs to be renamed Harley's Corner.
I can agree with that. Yeah, even though Reggie's Corner always made me laugh because the dog that I had I had all through high school was named Reggie.
Shit.
it
was always a nice throwback to me for him. But you're right. If they ever do that again, although that was always one of those segments where it's like certain points, like, man, I don't want to hear this right now. Like,
I did love the
My
theme
dog
song.
is 7
the
years.
theme song.
Dad can't.
You're right.
The
When they
theme
did
song
add
gets
the theme
me.
song, it really did help. It eased the blow. You're right.
That random bark at the end. That,
Yeah, like that.
what the
Yeah,
fuck?
that was. Yeah, no, that was good, especially on headphones. It really was really solid.
Really drove home. All
My
right,
dumb-
James.
All right.
Go ahead. Go
Oh,
ahead.
no,
Go ahead.
I was saying about the Reggie's Quarter thing. Every time I hear a bark, my dumbass takes on my earbuds. Is there a fucking dog in the store? What the fuck? All right, Aaron.
It's 3:00 at night. I shouldn't be hearing dogs.
I need to stop drinking Monsters. Oh boy.
Nah, if you drink Prime energy drinks, it'll do that to you.
That's too much electrolytes.
I don't know what happened.
It's got too much Coke.
All right. Aaron, you text me what you were going to talk about. Let me get my phone.
Yeah, we got a couple of things. Oh, there's one that I don't think that I mentioned.
Let's first talk about what you just said here. The world doesn't deserve DDP.
Okay. So, if you've been living under a fucking rock, that's unfortunate. CVV dropped an interview with Lex Luger. And I listened to it last night, and I gotta tell you, it made me fucking cry. Because I've been such a huge fan of DDP. And he's like before I started getting into wrestling. But
he's right in my wheelhouse.
Thanks to fucking Jericho and everybody else. They were like, you guys should try like DDPY and blah blah blah. And then once the network hit, I was starting to watch that WCW stuff a lot, and I was like, oh man, what is that move? That diamond cutter is lethal. And then what he did with Jake the Snake, I watched that. That was touching, and I was like, fuck. And then the stuff that he's done since then with, Butterbean, Buff Bagwell, and now and Scott Hall. I forgot to mention Scott. And now he is taking on what I think is a fucking miracle, and he's helping Lex Luger fucking walk.
Yeah, that's the fact that the video of him already being able to stand is just incredible. And people keep saying that Lex should go into the Hall of Fame, and he absolutely
Yeah.
should. But
Yes.
I feel like part of it for Lex is like, wait till I can walk out there. And could you imagine that? Like if he walks out there and gives a speech standing up, like
Imagine
the
the crowd reaction would be phenomenal.
I got chills thinking about it.
Oh my god.
That would be amazing.
People don't give Lex Luger a lot of credit for what he did in the wrestling business. I feel like they didn't.
Listen, I've been doing the whole watching Monday Nitro every Monday, which, by the way, with Peacock disappearing, well, the WWE stuff on Peacock disappearing of March of next year, I'm gonna just have to fucking binge watch the entirety of Nitro because I'm not gonna be able to finish watching all the Nitros. There is one thing that Lex Luger does that drives me nuts. But every time he does it, I pay attention. And when he goes and does a move, he just yells.
and he's always playing with his junk.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a nervous tick. Like everybody's got some. I usually like play and scratch my beard. Like it happens. I get it. It's something that somebody pointed out to me a few years ago, and now I can't unsee it. I haven't like gone back to like watch a bunch of those older episodes, but I do watch Reliving the War on the Wrestling Bios YouTube channel every time he posts one of those. That's fun. That's a nice remembrance of the time, because that's really when I got super into wrestling, was like 1995, 96, really.
That's how I started watching wrestling, was 96 when I was just a little kid.
Yeah, I was like a freshman or sophomore in high school, and yeah, being
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, I'm old. It happens. It'll get you too. I was thinking that Simpsons episode, Grandpa. It'll happen to you too. Like
I can feel the gray coming in already.
Yeah, it does. And I didn't know. Hey, I'm just still happy I have my hair. Like I've got my full head of hair still, and most of my friends do not. So
my dad teased me a lot because he was starting to thin out in his 30s, and I'm in my 30s. I haven't thinned one fucking bit. I got really nice thick long hair, and I always make fun of him.
From my understanding, yeah, that's when you'd start to notice it. From what I've seen of my friends, although I had a couple friends lose their hair in their 20s, but
okay, Aaron. What's the deal with the DDP thing, buddy?
I'm just in this world, this cruel world of where people are blowing each other up and shooting each other, and well, quite frankly, selling people fentanyl. The world doesn't deserve an angel like DDP, but it was really nice because I've been having a pretty shitty fucking week, all fucking week. It was just nice to see something fucking positive for a goddamn change, which is why I'm no longer talking about a certain individual on this fucking show anymore.
It's me. It was always been me. It was me this whole time.
It was me, Austin. It was me all along. No, I like the DDP stuff is just it's really special to be able to see it, and the fact that, and I mean, I like there's some people that are kind of cynical about it, and even if he was doing it for like notoriety and the clout, it's still like he's using that for the right reasons. You know, it's not like it's something where he's doing it to, you know, pinch money off of people and exploit people. It's really helping people, because there's also all of the people that he helped, like the normal, like civilians, I guess, as call us, is that he helps that were overweight or had drug issues or whatever, that he helps through the programs as well. And, you know, that kind of stuff, it's inspiring. It's really cool to see. And the Jake Roberts documentary, probably Jake, Scott Hall, and then now Lex Luger, if he's able to kind of complete that trifecta, that would be really special.
That would be fucking. Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm just imagining the fucking Hall of Fame and just him coming out. Because I can already see how they would fucking plan this. They're going to have him come out in a wheelchair, and then he's going to just fucking be like, Wait a minute.
I don't need
Stands
this
up
dude
and
here.
then walks to the podium. Oh, that would be fucking such a moment.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's been long fucking overdue, honestly. Long overdue.
Have they not also put Sid Vicious in the Hall of Fame as well?
I think Sid's in it.
Is he in it?
I thought he was, but I'm not sure. It's
Okay.
one of those things where there's you start to feel like, wait, are they in it? I have that conversation a lot of times.
No, not the bass player for the fucking Sex Pistols.
No, Sid Udy.
That guy.
Yeah.
And you got, and I got half the brain that you do.
Oh my god, stop there.
That's the greatest promo of all time.
And now you're standing out here making me look like a jackass.
Wait. Can we go again? We're live, pal. Oh,
wait,
God.
can we go again? Sorry, pal, we're live.
He is not in the Hall. He is not in the Hall of
Okay.
Fame. There you go.
That sucks, and he's dead, so he can't
Yeah,
even accept it. That's crazy.
I'm about to
But
say
he
his
does
son
have a
gets
son, though.
does him.
I'm pretty positive he's got at least one son.
Yeah, he has
So,
his son's a big boy.
Yeah, I mean, and no, so like Vader's
Looks
son,
just like his dad.
when Vader's son accepted for him, was it last year or the year before? He's like, "Whew, that's a large boy."
Yeah.
How big a boy is he? Huge.
Damn, boy, he's thick.
So yeah, that'd be a stack Hall of Fame. They got Triple H and Michelle McCool. I don't know why, but okay.
I mean, she was a four-time women's champion. So I get
Yeah.
I'm not saying that, like, I understand that, she probably didn't have the best career, but she was also in that transition where stuff was still way divas and then not as bad. She got
3-minute divas matches.
Yeah. So I mean, she did what she could with it. Like, I get it. And then I mean, her marriage to the Undertaker doesn't hurt, but you get that. It makes sense to me.
It's just the people were just bitching about her. Oh, name one good match from her. Oh, let's name all her 3-minute matches.
Right. I was gonna say, I'm like, name any good match from her, good women's match from her era. That's not really her fault. That's the booking.
It's not just that. Yeah, that too, and also Vince McMahon was running it too.
Exactly.
Also.
Yeah.
Good God, people. Just shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Vince thought it'd be funny for them to rip the women's title in half. Like, that should tell you everything about what happened to her.
My favorite thing from Vince, because I've
just go ahead. Go ahead.
I've been watching an untapped era of WWE, and I'm talking about WWE in 2003.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Jesus fucking Christ is correct.
What do you want to talk about?
I watched him.
I was there.
I watched him and Zach Gowen.
Oh my God.
But I think this is also the era of where he goes, "Get on out here, you rapist."
No, that's I'm pretty positive that's after Triple H marries Stephanie.
Drug,
Sure
yeah.
Is to Triple H about marriage, because he says, "How many times did we consummate the marriage?" Like,
dude, yeah,
it's the response to that.
It's
but
not
back to 2003. I went to the SummerSlam that year with the second ever Elimination Chamber when Goldberg kicked the panel and gashed his calf, and still should have won the match, but they had Triple H for whatever reason.
Reign of Terror.
Yeah, brother, that was Triple H was brutal with that fucking chair. Jesus Christ.
That also that until I went to WrestleMania 26 and saw Taker versus Shawn, the best match I'd ever seen live was Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam 2003.
Oh wow.
That was it's not as good as their Iron Man match was, but that match was amazing.
I like the WrestleMania match.
Yeah.
My favorite match?
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar broke his fucking neck.
Yeah.
You know what my favorite match of that whole fucking pay-per-view was?
Jericho and Shawn?
No, they were in the chamber.
Oh, the chain. Oh. Wait, I'm confused. What
James is gonna have to look up the card.
Yeah,
Wait,
I'm trying to remember more of what he's talking about.
Shane
The
McMahon versus Eric Bischoff.
What year is this? 2003?
2003
I'll look it up.
SummerSlam. The only reason why I know this is because I just watched that show this week.
Hold on, let's
That's
see the match list. Shane defeats Eric Bischoff in a false count anywhere match.
I don't even remember.
Why don't I remember this match?
There is just something so entertaining about watching McMahon in a match, and I just haven't been able to pinpoint it yet. But I've mentioned this so many times on the show. But me and my best friend will get high and just watch a show, and every time he picks one, there is a McMahon getting their ass beat in some way, shape, or form.
They're really good at it.
Here, I can name all the match cards. For SummerSlam 2003, Rey Mysterio versus Shannon Moore, Law of Resistance versus the Dudley Boys,
Yeah.
Undertaker versus A-Train. If everyone don't know that was Albert. Shane McMahon versus Eric Bischoff. I do not remember that fucking match. Eddie
That's
Guerrero
where Coach decides that he's gonna turn heel in a heel turn that nobody wanted.
Then there was Eddie Guerrero versus Chris Benoit, Rhino, and Tajiri.
That match was under fucking rated and unbelievable.
Kurt Angle versus Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Kane
Great
versus
stuff.
Rob Van Dam.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Then
that.
the elimination.
That was probably the only match that I didn't like was Kane and RVD. I was like, I want to like it, but it's kind of in the middle of a spot of where I just went on a fucking roller coaster with Kurt and Brock.
Yeah, that I was gonna say
I
that
know
match
that the
was tough.
elimination chamber's coming.
Yeah. I remember that one also when everybody was there during that match. Everyone's looking up because the chamber's just hanging above the ring, and we're like, "Come on, we want to see this big fucker. Let's go!" That was only the second time they'd done it.
Elimination Chamber. This has Triple H, Goldberg, Chris Jericho, Shawn Michaels, Randy Orton, and Big Sexy Kevin Nash.
Oh yeah, Kevin Nash was in that match, wasn't he?
Yep, when he had white hair. White hair.
He wasn't in there for very long, if I remember.
You know, if you'd have asked me if I'd seen Kevin Nash wrestle, I probably would have told you no.
Hey,
I don't think I would have.
so
I never went to a WCW show, and he wasn't at any of the ones. I wasn't at any of the ones that I thought when his quads weren't destroyed.
If I remember when he had white hair, he must have got done filming The Punisher.
He might have been,
or it might have been in production. I could remember.
Right? Yeah, where he got stabbed.
Oh, yep. So I have a little bit of trivia for you fellas.
Oh,
nice.
All right, here we go.
Can you tell me without looking what was the first match of the WWF Invasion pay-per-view?
Hardy versus.
I thought it was Lance Storm.
Oh fuck! Hold on. Evasion? Oh, hold on. Oh fuck! I'm going with this one. Hardy and Rob Van Dam.
Wrong.
Fuck!
I feel like it was Lance Storm and somebody else, but I don't know.
It's just something.
I'm gonna give it to you. Because this threw me in for a loop myself. Because I just watched this show yesterday, and I was like, I don't ever fucking remember this match kicking off this show. It's Edge and Christian versus Lance Storm.
Hey, I had one right. I'll take it.
And everyone's cult favorite. I don't think I've ever heard anybody talk shit about this guy. Mike Awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, that's Mike. I was like, what? Mike Awesome. And the weird thing is apparently around this time he was a hardcore champion.
What?
Crazy times.
See, man. WWE. Hey, I'm gonna tell you this. WWE really fumbled that motherfucker right there.
Oh yeah, no, that was a lot of, and I honestly think a lot of that fumble came from like once Triple H blew his quad out, and they lost a 2-man power trip, and then it went into they didn't know what the hell to do.
Oh my god,
they kind of was just like, oh shit, we had plan. That was Vince's biggest problem is he would only have plan A, maybe a plan B, and that's where Triple H shines as a booker. Is you can see it with the seeds that he plants that he's got plans A through G ready to go. You know, you could because I mean, with whoever wins, basically whoever wins the Chamber tomorrow, you could work it into the Cody story. Like it would work. You know, there's some that would be better stories than others, but you could make everything work. He's got options in this day and age. That's great because now actually, guys, if they get injured, they do go into rehab and surgery and actually get repaired as opposed to trying to wrestle through a destroyed knee for 6 months or whatever.
Oh my god. Yeah, that was a big what if back then if Triple H then blew out his quad.
Yeah. I forget I was watching something the other day and they mentioned that about how the 2-man power trip was getting over. Austin as a heel was getting over. And I went back and thought about it. It really was. But then, yeah, Triple H blows his quad. Speaking of, you know, finishing things that they shouldn't when they're hurt. Good God, he let Jericho put him in the fucking walls with that quad. Oh, God.
Man,
my leg hurts just thinking about it.
But the funny thing is you can see his fucking quad blowing out.
Yeah.
It was
thing rolls
fucking
up.
disgusting.
Oh.
Then after that, Stone Cold Steve Austin's heel run was awful after that.
Yeah, and it became like a comedy thing because that was Vince's. That was his throwback move. If it didn't work, it's a comedy story now. It's like that doesn't have to.
It did give us the little cowboy hat Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle really
crack
helped.
Corn and I don't care. Jimmy crack corn and I don't care. Jimmy crack corn and I don't care. Because I've got Olympic gold.
That's no. Angle was saving a sinking ship, but he did shovel out a lot of water. He did his best.
I think the evasion angle would have been. Yeah, it would have been.
Got the milk truck.
Milkomania.
Oh my god, that was. It just they always say it's a big what if Triple H didn't blow out his quad. Imagine the evasion angle.
Yeah, because he missed the whole thing.
Oh my god. Because you don't know if he was going to do the Alliance or be Team WWF at the time or E. I can remember.
It was still F. It didn't become. I always can remember when it became E because that was when it was right around the time that Austin
did the F out.
Yep, exactly.
Rock
cutting that promo on Austin after he walked out on the Brock stuff. Rock came back and cut that specific promo, and that's how I'm like, that's the timeline to me, which I think is like 2000
was it 2003?
I think it was 2002 or 3 because Triple H blows his quad in 01.
Yeah,
it's 01 because it's WrestleMania 17, and then like 2 months later or less that he blows his quad. So then that puts the invasion angle as the rest of 2001, which
2002.
Okay, 2002. All right, yeah.
May 6th, 2002.
Wow.
It's when Vince lost to the Panda.
the meme that people made with the World Wildlife Fund, but it's got the chair hitting the WWF.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the one that I always make. Right when you said Panda, like that was the vision I had in my head. I'm like, yeah, that was a good one. That was like before. That was before things really went viral. But I remember seeing that and laughing.
That kills me because they've been called WWF way before that fucking thing came around.
Do you know what happened there? Right? Do you know the?
No, explain it to me. Yeah,
so what happened was, to my understanding, the story as I've heard it is when Vince wanted to take off that third W and make it WWF, the World Wildlife Fund they did kind of put an injunction on it or like a cease and desist or whatever, but they worked out a deal where the World Wildlife Fund was the WWF worldwide, but the World Wrestling Federation could be the WWF in North America. Then Vince got greedy and started expanding out and trying to do things in the UK and other places. And the World Wildlife Fund was like, kiss my ass. No,
wow.
Now we're coming back because they had the leverage. That was just Vince being too greedy, too stupid, too much hubris. That's my understanding of the story. I forget exactly where I heard that, but I feel like it was from a reliable source. Might have been. Wasn't Jerry McDivitt in the Dark Side episode, but it was somewhere that it was reliable because I'm very big on real sources. I don't like rumors and people like, oh well, this is for sure happened. Like, was it for sure? Or are you just making shit up?
I
Yeah, I'm much more about being right than being first. Like that's one of the things I'm trying. Like I've just started my own YouTube channel with that kind of in mind of just have a little patience and don't believe everything you read, especially from these goofs that are over 2025 on WWE stories.
Yeah, you're
They're just swing and a miss.
yeah.
Rock's not coming back. He's not going to be a part of WrestleMania. Hey, Rock's coming back tomorrow. I just wish there was like a camera on the few certain people where they find that out and just be like, "Fuck, we were wrong again."
Hey, ringside news.
Damn it! How
Wrestling
many
Purists.
times have I got to? Dave in his office. Damn it! How many times am I gonna fall for this shit?
Speaking of Dave, before we get to the next thing that Aaron wants to talk about, I got it.
Please.
For him. Speaking of Dave,
Me
and Aaron,
guy.
this fucking guy right here.
This fucking guy.
Fucking me and Aaron did
this fucking guy.
Me and Aaron did a long ass fucking wash on. Me and Aaron agree we're never doing that again.
No.
We'll tell you.
Especially for like a Royal Rumble, like man, you can only keep your excitement for so long.
I fell asleep.
I
I fell asleep during a fucking tag team match. Didn't realize I fucking fell asleep till Aaron called me on my phone. Hey James, wake up! You're snoring. Everyone can hear you snoring.
Everybody can hear you snoring on stream, bro. I left and went to YouTube and I was like, this is all I heard.
I mean, that pretty much sums up where that match came in, though. I mean, that was the one break to the
well, the whole Dave thing was when Alexa Bliss came back, and you should have seen my reaction. Where the fuck is your information, Dave? Where is it?
They made the deal at 5:00 that morning, and they replaced Shotzi, right? Because Shotzi was going to be in that spot. Shut the fuck up, Dave.
I was like, where's your fucking information on fucking Shotzi, bitch? Yeah. Aaron was like, James, calm down. Where's your fucking information?
No, fuck this guy. He's always wrong, and I'm getting fucking sick and fucking tired of it. Dave, you can kiss my ass.
Oh my God.
Less with Dave being wrong. Like whatever Dave's doing is, his weird smooth brain Dave stuff. My problem is everybody who aggregates it as fact. Like, oh, well, this has definitely happened because Dave said it. There's anger in the women's locker room, reported by Wrestling Observer. Fuck you. Jesus. Yeah, this person's gonna win the chamber was the most they said Damian Priest was for sure going to win the chamber, yeah. And then the other thing I saw was that they're scheduled right now for Gunther to squash Jay at Mania, like Brock squashed John Cena at that SummerSlam. Like, you're just making this shit up. This is what you want to happen. Shut up. Just shut up.
Oh, no. I don't think I could witness some
over guy since Cody. Like, just shut up.
If that was to fucking happen, I don't think I'd be able to witness that twice in a lifetime. Because that John Cena thing was
and Triple H knows that they're not gonna book that. Why would you have the guy that's selling the most merch possible that every kid's excited about? That I'm sure that this WrestleMania will have a lot of kids there with their family or their parents will bring their kids because of him. Like
I'm already predicting it. Yeet is about to take over the fucking world,
dude.
I'm talking. You think fucking the NBA is bad sometimes with their fucking shit? Just wait till football starts. Just wait.
God, I didn't think
fucking
about that.
If Justin Jefferson doesn't fucking do it, fucking I know Jamar Chase will fucking do it.
You could probably have college stadiums, just everybody doing
Baker
it.
College is gonna be fucking nasty.
Oh, man.
Nasty.
That'll show you how mainstream WWE has gotten. You're absolutely right. I can tell you too. So like I was telling you guys before we got on, I was at the SmackDown on January 3rd where Tiffany cashed in, which was the loudest pop of the show for sure. I figured it was. But the most fun part of the show was when during Jay's entrance and when Lillian announced, Jimmy, Jay, and Sammy, the Usos, and the three of them came down eating. I've never seen crowd interaction like that. And I've been going to shows since 2000. The first show I went to was a Raw in September of 2000, and I've been going to shows here ever since. Yeah, I try to go to as many as I can. I've been to I went to WrestleMania 26. I've been to a SummerSlam, a Money in the Bank. a Royal Rumble. If something's going to be in my town, I'm going to go to it. But that entrance and watching that interaction, and I got some decent video of it that I put on my Twitter. But that was when I really realized, I'm like, oh no, this is super over. This is I knew it was over. I knew it was over when I walked in the building, because every single kid that I saw that was 15 or younger at least had the Yeet shirt. Most of them had the glasses or the hat or all three on them. Like every kid was in the merch, and it's like, well, and then there was also more kids there than I was used to seeing at the shows, but they were into it the whole time. They didn't leave early. Like they were there for the entire 3-hour show. You know, Cody came out afterwards, and that was when they had Vanessa Hudgens do the Yeet to the crowd thing that they put online. That was that.
She lived down in that area or something.
I think she lives in LA, and LA and Phoenix aren't that far apart, especially if you're rich. I mean, if she can get a private,
she had nothing to do.
Right,
she had nothing to do.
Yeah, I mean, shit. If I had the money, I would totally go to the. If I was rich, or if my YouTube channel takes off and I make enough money, I'll go to shows in LA and film stuff and put on for content. Why not? It's just the money for me, especially now with those ticket prices. But that SmackDown was so worth it.
Well, actually, my buddy, he went to the NXT show in Cincinnati. He said the tickets weren't fucking too expensive. He said that the maximum, I think he said he paid like $50 for both.
Yeah, I think that's why they're using the smaller venues, because they don't have to have as crazy of the ticket cost to rent the building. You know, it's all come down to that. And for NXT, it's really more about getting people ready for the main roster to make the big bucks, and they're making enough money where, man, as long as NXT isn't like the loss leader for the company, they'll be fine. Like they're doing fine. And I mean, they're gonna get over 1 million for their rating before WrestleMania, I think.
Speaking of
they're
NXT,
really building up.
Speaking of NXT, let's talk about their competition. Aaron, AEW.
No,
when
me.
Aaron texts me when Aaron texts when Aaron texts me what he saw, what I saw, I was like, oh, I got it up. I already got it up. We're good. Oh, Christopher Daniels.
Oh God. The fallen angel didn't think he could fall any further, but here we are.
Here was the video.
Here we are.
I got the video up, and what happened was let's just say Christopher Daniels got caught gigging.
He got caught pulling a Moxley.
All right, here we go. I got the volume up. All right, we're good.
He wasn't real. That it was all a charade.
Oh, good.
He wasn't real. That it was all a charade.
Why does this happen so often on this? Actually, no. Scratch that.
Well, I get an email. I get an email from somebody in AEW asking why we don't have production meetings.
Oh my God.
I can't. What?
I saw that on Twitter. I watched it, right? And I was like, did he gig himself? Then I'm rewinding it. I said, this motherfucker was trying to hit himself with the fucking head. And he got caught.
When I first saw it on Twitter, I saw it kind of small on my phone, and I wasn't really looking close, and I thought it was Moxley because it was a bald guy gigging himself. So I was just like, "Oh, it's Mox." And then I saw it again. Oh, it's somebody else. Oh God! And then it was Christopher Daniels, who from his time in TNA I absolutely loved. When I was a young kid, him versus AJ Styles and Samoa Joe and all that stuff. But you see him now, it's like, oh, how the mighty have fallen. Oh,
he's part of the Cucamonga, Cucamonga clan.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cucamonga cunts, man. Like, they're just terrible. How do they do? Like, I mean, I get it because you're getting paid big bucks from a goof, but man,
it was great.
A goofball, a wingnut, a knuckleheaded Nick Spazatron.
Oh, well, we're gonna get better with our with our production, and you won't see those anymore. I'm not gonna take this fucking shit, and then proceeds to only take shit for the next 2 years.
It's been great. It's been great.
It's great. It's great. It's great over here. It's fantastic. It's wonderful. AEW is a wonderful place to work. We have nothing. No backstage drama. Nothing. Everything is
Everything is
perfectly
great.
fine. Hey, isn't that CM Punk choking out Jack Perry? We
Don't talk to
don't
me like
talk
that.
about that. We don't talk about that. Nothing to see here. Who let this bozo in? Your fake news.
I'm not at liberty to talk about that. So why do an interview?
Was you fear for your life? I can't talk about it.
Yeah. Can you talk about anything? No,
I
but
feared
watch me choke on this
for my
water.
life. I did it for the people.
I did it for The Rock. Oh, he's terrible. I don't understand it.
Tony, my God.
Shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty.
What? Like I said, I was going through Twitter and I saw that video. I went, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, it caught like wildfire. The one time that I hopped on X, again, I see three things.
Boobs.
Three things, all in conjunction of one another. Elon Musk tweeting about something that I don't give a fuck about. Titties. And then I saw this. And I went, wow, those are some nice tits, but what in the fuck?
I'm not kidding.
So, yeah.
I legitimately thought it was Mox until I actually watched the bit. Like I saw a glance
It
of it. I
did
thought it was. It was a bald guy
Yeah.
gigging himself. I'm
Bald
sorry that I thought it was Mox.
bald guy, white t-shirt.
Right. A bald guy in a white t-shirt, clearly cutting his forehead with the razor blade. Like, oh, John Moxley. I'm not, I wasn't really wrong to assume that. It was the wrong assumption, but I was in the right to feel that way.
I'm
Lord.
just glad that I haven't had to hear Adam Copeland talk about nuts.
That was the other picture I thought that was really funny that went viral, was his dead face from the end of a Collision episode, which was the Collision episode they taped here. And he was
yeah. It's the fucking picture that I have right now. Where he looks distraught.
Yeah, it's just sad Edge. And all I could do was retweet that with the "on this day I see clearly all the empty seats." Womp womp. Like just
Womp, womp,
you can see it in his
womp.
eyes. He's dead behind the edge. Like he's happy to get the money and he wasn't gonna do anything in WWE. Like they don't need him right now. Like look at their roster. Sorry, buddy. But
He just didn't want to be a part timer. That's what it was.
And I get it. And I know, and that's why, like, I don't fault him for it, but I also don't feel bad for him because this was what was going to happen. Like they could bring in John Cena versus The Rock on AEW and it would draw ratings for one episode because people are like, what are they going to do? That's what they did. Fuck this shit.
Listen, Edge. I'm sorry, Copeland.
Or just Cope now.
Cope.
God, so terrible.
How
many times?
Superstar.
Oh my God. No.
Boom.
Terrible. Just terrible.
I'm sorry, but I'm still in the belief that this is all an inside joke. This has to be his name change to Cope has to be an inside joke.
You want it to be. I don't know.
I want it to be so bad, but
I bet you
because his explanation on why he changed it was such fucking bullshit. Oh, it's just too much to say. The rated R superstar Adam Copeland. Nah,
like 2 more syllables makes all the difference, or 3 more syllables makes all the difference.
It sounds a lot better than the rated R superstar Cope.
Yeah. And I mean, I get it that's like that's his backstage nickname amongst the boys, and so like kind of an inside thing, but it's terrible
nickname I've ever heard.
Terrible.
Hey, what's going on, Cope?
Hey, why didn't they call you Cope? Do you dip Copenhagen? No, my last name's Copeland. That's gay.
Yeah, it's just stupid.
That's fucking gay.
Proceeds to put a dip of Copenhagen in. Like Edge, Copeland, wherever the fuck your goddamn name is. Adam.
These nuts.
Hey, at least he didn't go with like corner or ledge.
Oh my god, the cornet.
Yes. That
Oh
was what I
my
was
God.
thinking of. that bit where whoever sent in that email was good. That was the last one.
God damn.
Creeper. The rated
The
R.
rated R superstar ledge.
but the L is lowercase. Like, fucking hell.
What?
They just
Yeah.
have the L be lowercase. Edge.
It looks like it says Edge, but the L
Well,
is
he has that
lowercase.
shirt that says Legend with the edge in it. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus
just
Christ.
terrible. It's all terrible. That goes back to one of the first things that really bothered me about AEW, just like because I gave him a shot for a good year and a half, 2 years, but I just started getting really pissed, like where every single thrown together tag team had to have a stupid tag team name, like that weren't going to tag more than like 3 or 4 matches. Like they're not going to be an established tag team, but everybody had to have a funny name. Just annoying. They care more about that and the jokes on their graphics than, actual wrestling.
Scissor me, Daddy.
Yeah. The shit.
I am the best wrestler alive.
Man.
CM Punk's
Crickets.
call. Hey,
Crickets.
I got a phone call. CM Punk wants that name back.
Yeah, Tony went with the "It's real glass, cry me a river" guy.
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing about this whole situation.
Tony, before.
Hey, thanks, Jack Perry. We appreciate you around here for doing what you did. You took a bullet for the team, and the bullet pierced through, buddy.
Seriously.
Bullet pierced through, and we just took you to the hospital to get surgery. Now we got you all cleaned up, and
nobody cares.
now we're having complications with infections. So congratulations.
Yeah.
Adam Copeland, I love you, dude.
Thanks, guys.
I
Thanks,
love
guys.
you. Adam, I love you, man. I was always a fan of you and WWE.
You tainted your legacy.
Not only that, if I see you jump off a steel cage match and break your fucking ankle one more time, I'm gonna.
Oh God.
I'm gonna lose it, and I'm surprised that Beth Phoenix just hasn't gave you a fucking talk.
I mean, she sees the paychecks.
I don't give a fuck.
That's what it can. I still.
You want to do what with your body?
The only reason I think
how much is he paying?
On some level that she's smart because they haven't brought her in to be what silences Marina Shafir yet.
Yeah,
although maybe
Willow
Beth doesn't know
now.
her, so I don't know. Nobody knows her.
No, that's Willow Nightingale now.
I thought I predicted early one of the times I was on PWT when the Death Riders was first starting, and that's my rule. I only will watch Dynamite if I'm on the air with Phil live on a Wednesday, because I'm like, all right, well, we're going to talk about what's on there. And the first time I saw her do something, I'm like, where's Beth Phoenix to come and subdue her? And that was 2 months ago, and Beth Phoenix should just come in and beat the entire Death Rider clan down, and then they just move on. Please. Or it should be Samoa Joe. He doesn't need to be doing ops or whatever the hell else he's doing. Just go and kill all the Death Riders, just choke out Claudio, stuff Wheeler in a trash can, laugh at John Moxley till he cries since he can't beat an Applebee's waiter. That's also where I think the belt is. I don't think the belt's in the briefcase. I think he put it up at a jiu-jitsu tournament and lost it to a Home Depot clerk.
Listen here, man. I did have the belt. Then I got beat by a 10-year-old girl.
See, this is another wishful thinking theory, is that they're trying to redesign a new belt, and that's why we haven't seen the goddamn thing in fucking
Tony
5
does
months.
love his belts.
Yeah. But my thing is why the fuck is it taking so goddamn long if we're trying to redesign the goddamn thing?
Did they give it to Jericho and he left it on top of his cab again? Limo.
Listen. I had the belt. I was doing the tournament, right? Then all of a sudden, I got beat by a 10-year-old girl. Then all of a sudden, Jerry the King Lawler's commentating to a 10-year-old girl.
Oh. No, I'm convinced that belt is like is like now the tool belt for a Home Depot clerk walking around a store in Cincinnati.
I don't know what this fucking piece of gold is, but it's fucking heavy. It's a good belt buckle.
Yeah, got my hammer back here. Yeah. and the guy's 5'8" and 190 pounds.
I
Soaking
can easily,
wet, and
I
just
could put
beat the crap out of Moxley.
I could put my drill right here. I could put my,
Yeah.
all my tools in this thing, man. This is really good
I'm
tool
just-
belt.
Since they won't tell me since they won't tell me a good story on AEW television, I like to make my own up, and that one's a better story to me.
All right.
Moxley in a Death Jitsu tournament, and he lost it. Fucking
All right,
idiot.
let's keep talking about AEW.
Let's please. It's funny.
All right, we're
comedy
going to
hour.
talk about their Revolution pay-per-view.
Oh boy, I can't wait to
Oh,
get
boy.
excited for this.
Oh
I can't
boy!
wait to get excited for this like the week before, and then I'll go and watch it illegally.
All right, well, let's name all the matches.
I mean, it
that
is the
come
week
up
before, isn't it? It's next. It's not this Sunday. It's next Sunday.
Sunday.
It's already, Jesus
This-
Christ.
This Sunday's the Elimination
Fucking-
Chamber. Oh, no,
It's Saturday.
fucking
Yeah, tomorrow.
Saturday. My
Fucking
bad.
Christ. See, this is why I watch AEW pay-per-views illegally.
Jar matey, we're on the pirate ship.
I don't give a flying fuck. They ain't getting my money. I listen.
Tony doesn't
I
need
spent
it.
50
Clearly,
Listen. The one time that I spent money on an AEW pay-per-view, you know what they gave me? Full Gear 2024.
And the guy that posted this is Phil's favorite person to talk shit about.
Oh, sorry. No, it was 2023 with Jay White and MJF.
oof.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've not paid for an AEW pay-per-view since. You can fuck off with that.
That's fair play.
Well, let's get over the match card. And the guy that posted this is Phil March's favorite person to talk shit about brain damage. I'm at Draymaker.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Elboo, or maybe Dave.
No, there's no fucking news about him, man.
Elbow.
God damn it.
Phil's got quite a
God.
few people on that list. It's a fun list.
Oh my, I love the elbow
Elbow.
thing.
Yeah, Elboo.
Air Gold Duck.
Elboo. Yeah.
What? What?
Yeah, he called
'cause
Air Gold.
Air Gold ducked him. Yeah.
That's funny as fuck.
So anytime Air Gold does anything, I just post. I just comment with duck emojis.
Oh,
Spam him with duck emojis and then leave.
oh, you want to get
Pretty sure he has me muted or
hold-
blocked.
hold on, Aaron. You want to get blocked by Dave Meltzer? Send him flutes. Send him flutes.
Swear?
Yeah, send him
Swear.
flutes.
I mean,
yeah.
or just. I mean, for what worked for me was just calling him out completely on his bullshit and like pointing out where he was lying. I did that before Phil was even had a show. I got blocked by Dave a long time ago.
So wait, just send him.
Dave and Sap both blocked me. Although Sap has unblocked me because he clearly listens to Phil's show, and so he's heard me. So he figured that out and he unblocked me so he could talk.
So
shit.
wait. I just have to tweet at Dave and just send him a bunch of flutes.
That should work.
That should work.
Not.
It should work.
It should, to my understanding, he knows
Why?
what the flutes are.
Okay.
Ooh,
All right, Jake.
tell me why
all right,
before
all
I
right.
do this.
All right, Jake. Give him the origin stories about.
So I don't even really know where I don't really know exactly where the origin came from with Phil, but to do his Dave segment, he plays
a flute.
I honestly don't even sure it's a flute. I think it might be like a recorder that you would play in like, third or fourth grade in music class.
I can't think of the song off of a movie. Is that do 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 do?
I think it's Harry Potter.
Potter.
Is what he
but
said.
Yeah.
I haven't seen those movies in a long time. So
Yeah, it's a flute version of the Harry Potter theme song.
but it's like a child playing it all like the wrong notes, and so that's where it started. And then since there is a flute emoji, the chat during his shows just bombards when Dave comes on. So people then started taking that to Dave in tweets, and I don't think he got it right away. And then the funniest one is whoever made the fake Dave Blue Sky account even put in like the description of who he is. I love flutes, or a flute emoji or something. And so people have ran with it. And so now what people are doing, he's a flautist. It's good. No, now what people are doing is using AI to make funny pictures of Dave with flutes. Either like he's either playing the flute, or there's like a flute painting behind him when he's on his landline talking to Brian now. So it's just kind of taken over in its world. If you go to Phil's, like any of his clips pages for like Dave Meltzer's dumb moment of the week, the theme song for that now is that stupid flute. And it's just hilarious. And we're pretty positive Dave's figured it out because he's retweeted things that have a flute in it. He's commented back, and then he's blocked other people for it. So
because I get
Twitter is too fun.
Check your text.
What? Me?
Check your text. Yeah, check your text.
Okay.
I sent you a screenshot.
That'll work.
That'll work? All right. That's a lot of flutes.
That's a lot of flutes. Yeah, Dave's had me blocked. I wish I knew when Dave blocked me, honestly. It's a long time ago.
I don't think Dave fucking blocked me, but the funny...
Listen. I'm just waiting for Mercedes Monet to just block me already.
We'll get to her.
I don't want to fucking talk about that.
Sometimes in life, you gotta be a hoe.
I want to talk about the puppet.
Hey, I'm glad that somebody said something about being a hoe, because we got to talk about the... I forgot to mention something.
Being a hoe. Yeah,
Mercedes said that in some recent interview on a podcast, and I was actually on air with Phil when he played the clip of it, and I was like, "You've got to clip that," and just anytime she comes on, and it's just her going, "Sometimes in life, you got to be a hoe." Jesus
what?
Christ. Yeah, no, it's a newer clip because she's been going on all these podcasts and just spouting her fucking bullshit.
AEW jargon.
Yeah, and how she's gonna, and how she's building up women's sports in general with how she's got a big contract. Like,
Caitlin Clark would love to have a conversation.
If my face cam was on, you guys should see my fucking face.
Yeah, every time I hear her speak, that's the face that I make, or I turn into the Patrick Stewart from Star Trek meme where I'm just face palming, just completely, my face hurts.
But the Dave thing, I called him out on something. It was fucking hilarious because he mentioned about TNA and AEW numbers are down on pay-per-view buys. I just said, hey, because everyone's streaming it legally, or I couldn't remember what I said. Then Dax Hardwood rips me a new asshole.
Oh God.
Gives me a rah-rah speech.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Then I flat out told him and said, hey, I kind of clapped back at him. I said, hey, coming from the guy with a porno stash trying to be Ron Jeremy but balding, shut the fuck up and get back to your fucking ass kissing or some shit like that. And then he blocked me.
Yeah, not surprised. Cash Wheeler did similar to me a couple years ago and I'm pretty sure Sap got him to do it because Sap was trying to give me shit when I didn't even tag him or mention him, but that's what he does.
Sappy boy,
Sappy. That was almost 3 years ago now, yeah. And it was July of 2022, and I swear to God, from that point on, I'm like, I'm done with FTR, and they have only sank ever since. Just completely cratered their. Talking about destroying your legacy. Jesus fucking.
Anytime that I get on X and I see something that Mercedes has posted, I just send yawning emojis.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for it, man. I'm waiting.
The silence one is a good one too because she draws crickets. Nobody cares.
I'm waiting for it. Let me tell you. Waiting for Tony Khan to block me. I don't think he ever will because I curse at him a lot.
I feel like he's somebody that just mutes anybody he doesn't want to, because he just lives in his little bubble. So he just keeps.
I don't know who this Aaron Baker guy is, but god damn it, he sent me goddamn flu.
He keeps telling me that he wants to fucking care about AEW and that I should fucking care and make him fucking care.
But I'm giving him great matches. There's a great in-ring product. We're on a run of 5 great shows. No, you're not.
All right, let's get to the match cards. Damage. I'm at Drainmaker.
Brain damage,
jammer. Posted this on the card. First match: Swerve versus Ricochet 2. MJF versus Hangman. I'm really gonna watch that. I'm gonna watch that one. Mercedes versus who the fuck is Momo?
I don't know.
Okay.
New chick from Stardom.
Oh,
One of Tony's fetishes. Tony versus Mariah 3. Good God.
okay. The
Osprey.
Hollywood ending. Ooh.
Ooh. Osprey versus Felcher 4. In a
Oh,
steel
it's in a
cage
cage.
match.
Oh God, that shouldn't go overboard.
Okay, I'm gonna say his name right. Aaron, don't fucking say it. Tanahashi versus Omega 2. Thank you, Cornette. Thanks, Cornette. All I can see is take a shit. Thank you.
James, I love you
Mm-hmm.
like a brother. Okay, no
Yes.
homo.
Mm-hmm. I got socks
But
on.
Hiroshi Tanahashi is not on this show. You were talking about Konosuke Takeshita.
Ding,
Oh.
ding, 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 ding. Took me
All right.
forever to
Hiroshi
learn how to-
Tanahashi is wrestling in New Japan.
Okay. All right, I'm out. Bye-bye. You can take over, Aaron. I'm good now.
And it wasn't that when Omega left that he was feuding with Takeshita. Like they just wasn't this going to be the company that didn't do a lot of rematches and retelling of the same stories? Wasn't that their plan?
I think so.
There's that, and they weren't going to do DQs. I'm like, that's not going to work. Rematches and DQs is wrestling.
Then the main event, Mox versus Coop.
Oh God.
Oh.
Like there's no outcome of that match that's going to be any good. Like
Only
whatever
match-
happens, it's going to be bad.
Only match I care about is MJF versus Hangman. Even though MJF is going downhill.
Yeah, I feel like he's trying to not show too much so that when he leaves, he can go to WWE and actually like be fresh and new because he's just rehashing the same stuff where he acts like he doesn't care. Somebody says something that pisses him off and then he gets real mad and then he pulls back. Like, I wasn't mad.
Shut your fucking mouth. You shut your fucking mouth.
And then apparently he gets his ass bleached on live TV. Who knew?
Wait, hold on.
I
wait a
thought
minute.
he was getting a massage. What?
No, I thought he was getting his tattoo removed.
Yeah, that's what he was doing, but people changed it. At least I saw it from AEW Neckbeard.
Oh, because
they're like, what is he getting his ass bleached? And I'm like,
yeah.
I thought someone should have superimposed Vince as Dr. Heine next to him, going over him because he's sitting there with his ass in the air. Like I don't know.
The way the angle was, it looked like he was. Yeah, I can see it now, Jake.
Yeah, this is what happened. Like I said, I wasn't watching the show. I was happened to be on Twitter to flip. Like what? For a second, I was like, wait, he's getting his what? Oh, the tattoo removed. Right, got it. Because that tattoo was hideous anyway. Like,
according to Dreammaker,
money, making a good tattoo.
Oh, are you talking about that fucking bet on yourself tattoo?
Yep. The one that he got in the spot on his leg that a boot would cover, so when he goes to WWE, he can cover the logo. I thought that was pretty smart. Yeah, I got a tattoo for you, Tony. Just right here on my leg.
Speak of the devil, I'm on Facebook, and that's the first thing I see.
Yeah, I was gonna say it made the rounds pretty quickly.
Is he getting his ass bleached?
Yeah. I mean, if anybody in that company would, he would be the one.
Probably. According to Dreammaker, this is going to be the pay-per-view of the year again.
Oh, of course.
Every pay-per-view that AEW does cannot be pay-per-view of the year.
If everything's great, nothing's great. That's why the other problem with this company, if everybody has a title, nobody has a title. I mean, how many belts are on that friggin' show? It's out of control.
Way too many.
Yeah. And like, how are you going to have a continental title and an international title? That's the same fucking thing. I'm sorry, but it is. Oh, WWE has the US title and the IC title on separate shows, you fuck faces. Sorry. I sometimes get a little pissed at this. It's just like, come on, man. Just But that's the biggest problem. Like Tony grew up a super billionaire. He never had to work. No one ever told him no, because if they told him yes, they would get paid. And daddy didn't care and raised him like a crazy person. Yeah, there it is. That's the tweet I saw. That was the first thing I saw of it. And I was like, oh my God, Neckbeards, you fucking rule. Love Neckbeards, dude. That guy's amazing. Some people are doing the Lord's work in this world, and AEW Neckbeards is absolutely one of them.
Neckbeard, my buddy, but dude.
Yeah. But see now, what I want to, someone needs to Photoshop, and I'm actually getting better at it, so I might try this weekend. But Vince is Dr. Heine when he was working on the fake JRS. That's what somebody needs to superimpose over that guy. that would really sell this to me. You could even have him pulling out the JR head.
Oh,
JR head.
Look what I found.
Yeah.
Look what I found in the
JR
crack of your own ass.
Yeah. I'm not saying that segment was good, but that would work for here very well.
I don't know what you're talking about. That was entertaining.
I knew I had
this.
I knew I had it fucking bookmarked.
It's JR's head
One of those
up
tweets
his
where you
own
not gonna
ass.
forget it. Yeah.
I always bookmark Neckbeard shit, and I'll go through my bookmarkers. I'm like, oh fuck, I got it.
Yeah, I mean, the dude, it's quality comedy. It's witty.
him, and Awful Wrestling. I love him and Awful Wrestling.
Oh my god, Awful's the best.
Oh, I'm trying to get him on the show. I am trying. Oh my god, his videos on the ratings it's fucking phenomenal.
It's cool to see that he's been able, because I know he does all that himself now, and he's kind of Phil, Marv, a lot of those guys are the reason why I was like, well, fuck it, I'll do a channel, sure, why not? If it works out great, just because I feel like if they can do, because I never thought I could do like the technical side of it, and I'm not great with it, but it's one of those things where you see the growth within it. Like Awful went from just posting, the funny lines that he does to doing the numbers with Dis, and then being able to do those videos. It's fun to watch, and those videos are getting much better quality every time.
Yeah,
and they're always going to make you laugh. That's the best part. They're going to be funny no matter what. But now they're getting like, oh shit, that looks professional. This is professional comedy.
Before we move on, speaking of Awful Wrestling, he was mentioned on JD's show.
Oh no.
About oh fuck, what was it? It was something about, I couldn't remember. And JD was like defending AEW the whole time. I don't know why this guy called Awful Wrestling the death of AEW. I don't know. This is some kind of those kind of channel pages that wish death on AEW. I about commented. I said, "No, you dumb fuck. He's a comedy page. Go through his page, you fucking New York Yankee bastard."
How is he a New Yorker that's an Atlanta Braves fan?
Braves fan.
That. And look, I will admit that like I'm born and raised in Arizona, but we didn't get a baseball team till I was 17. And my father was from Revere, Massachusetts, and he would take me back to Fenway from like 1989 on. So I grew up going there when the Red Sox were terrible. So I'm a Red Sox fan, but I also root for my home teams. Like I've seen JD be like, yeah, fuck the Mets. I live right by Citi Field. They're terrible. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I know what it was. It was about the whole controversial with the ring size and all that shit. The Australian show. That's what it was.
That one. So what's crazy about that is everyone's like, oh, this is a non-story. It's not a big deal. It's like the ring itself. Yeah, right. That's not the deal. It's the fact that they're supposed to be a real company and this happened. That's the fucking problem. That's the issue. Like a real company wouldn't just be like, oh yeah, we can get a ring. They would have made sure they had the right ring. They would have made sure they had the right sizes. Like WWE, they stash rings all over the world.
Yeah,
they've got storage. Yeah. Like it's not the fact they had that little tiny ass ring. It's the fact that they let that happen. Never mind the fact that it was supposed to be a stadium show that they moved to an arena and still didn't sell it out.
Like Aaron said, I think it was last week's show, we talked about it. And I agree with Aaron what he said about, I think Tony fumbled the fucking dates on sitting in the ring. I think that's what happened. I think he's like, oh, well, I think I got enough time to sit in the ring, and I think he fucking fumbled it.
I mean, that could be because I know like that's like you got to do it if you're gonna ship it like by boat. That takes months. That's not a quick thing.
Yeah,
because WWE like when they went last year, like when they had the problems where it was like almost intercepted by Somali pirates or whatever. Like that was in January, and that show was in February. Like.
Oh, God.
I mean,
never thought I'd hear about the Somali pirates in 2025. That's crazy.
Look at me. I'm the champion now. they pull over the boat with the belt and then just running around with it. That'd be great. Somali pirates with like the WWE title on. See, these are more
Me,
movies. we could
Triple
make.
H. I am champion now.
Just doing the thing. Yeah.
Okay, before we move on again, Jake,
Yes.
explain how you became Phil Marks. I always say guest host.
Yeah, I was. I like to say frequent guest at this point. There was a point in the time where I was almost like a co-host, but so the funny thing about that is it happened completely by accident, but it was one of those things that would seem like an opportunity, and I kind of took it. So what happened is that I don't follow a ton of podcasts, especially with my old job that I had. I was working all the time, and I would interview people for a living, so I couldn't really listen to things while I worked. As a recruiter hiring people, but there were certain podcasts that would come across my feed and things that I would like. And with Phil's, there was a couple times where I realized it was early, like it was like episode 3 or 4 or whatever. And I just liked his content and the way he kind of presented things. And what first started happening was I was giving like compliments and comments, and then would start giving a little bit of feedback just because we would interact. And he took the feedback well, as where I've interacted with other pages, and they yelled at me and like went all Tony Khan on me, like, just get off my fucking page then. Yeah, like that channel that does the what you might have missed on Raw, that C Wrestling guy, man, I gave him one piece of constructive criticism and he exploded on me. I'm like, okay, unfollow and blocked. Bye, dude. But Phil interacted with me, and then like we would interact on Twitter, and then he DM'd me a couple of different things about like if I want to be a moderator on his chat and stuff. And we're messaging back and forth randomly. And then he messaged me about something and a little bit personal stuff. I had a 17-year-old cat that I found at like a week old and raised her literally as like my daughter for 17 years. And she got cancer, and it seemed like we were going to be able to try and save her. So we invested a lot of money into it, and she was doing well. Ended up not making through it, unfortunately. But I had a GoFundMe set up, and Phil asked me if I was going to be moderating the chat one night. I'm like, actually, dude, I'm door dashing for extra money. I worked all morning because I was working DoorDash to kind of make ends meet. And he was like, well, hey, I'll promote your GoFundMe on the show. And then like little lady's like, hey, why don't you come on the show for like 10, 20 minutes and just promote it and talk? And that was how it started. It was supposed to be like 10, 15, 20 minutes of me promoting that, maybe have a little fun. And then I was going to dip off. Ended up staying for the rest of that show because the chat really liked me. And then the chat kept asking me to come back, and I just kept coming back and realized there was a voice there, and people were like, you should start your own channel. And I had no idea really how to, and Phil really kind of helped me of like what I needed to get and how to do it. Cause I'm not that old, but I'm old enough where certain parts of the streaming world and like the tech side and making the thumbnails and editing videos was a little bit beyond me, but he really kind of helped me figure it out. And just this week, actually, I officially launched my own channel going to do recorded episodes first, and then eventually I'd like to do live shows as well. So it just kind of happened, and enough people wanted me to do it. And if there's going to be an audience, I'm going to at least try. And then at the beginning of this year, I feel like the world kind of pushed me into it because my company had a reduction in force. And so I was laid off, but got a decent severance. So it's like, I kind of feel like CM Punk last year, where he's like, I'm going to take this injury and turn it into my best year ever. I'm like, I'm going to take losing my job of 10 years for nothing, no fault of my own. I was just laid off. Like, it was a reduction in force. So I got to get to, I'm going to make this my best year ever. So my plan is to kind of I'm trying to be a little bit different of a voice in the space, because I try to be a little bit more thoughtful and insightful on things. And I have a pretty good memory, and I'm a pretty good observationist, and being a recruiter for so long, I'm a pretty good reader and judge of people. I can kind of read people pretty quickly, and I can interact with anybody. So hopefully I'll be able to do some good interviews as well. I've been connected with some people. Awful is actually one of the people on my list to try to do a recorded interview before WrestleMania. Phil's going to be my first interview. I'm going to interview him. I was going to do it next week, but next week's my wedding anniversary, so I'm going to try to do it the week after. But yeah, I'm going to record an episode on Sunday to do my first ever like review show. I'll do a review of the Elimination Chamber and see how it goes.
Yeet.
Right? Like, what the hell? Even if it doesn't work out, like, I'm having fun doing it, and it's a way to kind of get in some creativity. And since I'm unemployed at the moment, like, it's something to actually do and fill up my time that's not looking on LinkedIn and Indeed for fucking jobs because I don't know if you know, but we're kind of in a job crisis right now, especially with all the federal employees that don't have jobs that probably have more experience and better credentials than I do. So let's go this route.
Right.
Fuck it. It's kind of my mindset of this year is, yeah, fuck it. Let's try it.
Yeah, I remember the whole episode of you being on for your GoFundMe. I'm sorry about the loss of your cat.
Thank you.
I was
it
trying.
sucked.
I tagged you in your Twitter post.
I remember. Yeah.
I was being really niceful about it. You know, I
Yeah,
don't like
no,
cats. I don't like cats, but I was like, hey, this man lost.
Dude, neither did I until we found her, and I had never owned a cat, never lived with a cat. My buddy found 3 of them on the side of the road and brought them to another friend's house because they were like maybe a week and a half old, and I was going over there and smoking weed at his house because he was my only friend that owned a house 17 years ago. So I'm with you on that. Like, I get it. And so we were hanging out there, so I would help them bottle feed the cats. And all 3 of them were cute and nice, but this one specific one, like, would attach herself to me. Like, I have a picture of me holding her, and she was like putting her paw. She didn't like anybody else. She loved me. And so I was like, well, I could figure this out. But I ended up raising a dog, even though she was a cat. Like, she would come when you called. She would greet people with, like, me or my wife when we came home. She would greet us at the door. So, you know, like, she didn't like go hide. Like, she would always hang out because when I worked from home, she would hang out right on me or next to me. So, yeah, I wasn't a cat person, but now I am for the right cats. I don't like all of them, but I like the similar to dogs. Like, I like the dogs that are raised. I don't want a dog that's going to hit me with the claws and scratch at my arm or nose me in the groin 10 times when I'm coming over. But if your dog's cool, I love animals.
Yeah, I'm a dog guy. I had my baby for almost 12 years. She's a pit bull boxer mix.
Nice.
I will love her to death. But
yeah, I mean,
like I told Aaron, I said, if something happens, man, you might have to do a couple episodes to yourself. I need grief for myself.
Yeah, that's actually like when my cat passed away in October. I wasn't on Phil's show for like 3 or 4 episodes. People are like, where's Jake? Where's he? I'm like, I just had to go dark for a little bit. Like, I wasn't, because that's the thing. When I'm on with Phil, I kind of play more of a co-hosting kind of role where, because he'll just go and I let him go and I'll hit mute and I kind of interject some, but my what I'm there to do is interject some humor and like maybe think of things, and I got to be in the right mindset, and I wasn't. I can admit it, but you know, you get through it. And honestly, I'm kind of looking at it as that was her final gift to me, was giving me the opportunity that I actually do have a voice and people do want to hear from me. And there actually is something there. And because it's always something I wanted to do, I just never thought I could, you know, that whole thing. So made the call and we're doing it. I'm going to try to at least do a weekly episode, maybe twice a week, but we'll see how it goes.
Well, I'll tell you my story, how I got this podcast. It all started when I was off of work for surgery. I had to get carpal tunnel surgery of both my hands because not only opening boxes every day to stock shelves, I used to used to throw hay.
Okay.
And really took a toll off my carpal tunnel.
Hey.
This is probably not great for your back either.
I'll get to Aaron's. I got your ass on this one. And one day,
my ass. Pause.
No
Diddy.
I'll bring the I'll bring the oil.
Pause.
Make sure you got socks on.
Pause.
Whoa. Did not need to know that about you. James likes to fuck with his socks on. You and Gene Simmons have something in common. It's gross.
Yeah. It was just one day I was recovering, and I was like, I was always listening to Jim Cornette, Eric Bischoff, and all of them.
Yeah.
And the weird thing is, after that, I came across Phil on YouTube. He was just one of those recommendations or some shit like that. It was like episode 2 or 3 or something like that. I can't remember. He's doing a lot since.
Yeah. That was back when he was still had his other co-host, like it was
Hairline
was the guy.
Hairline. Yeah, I remember Hairline.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's yeah. I wonder if there's a connection through Cornette, because I feel like that's probably how I got suggested too, because I'm a giant Cornette pod fan.
then I'm like, okay, I could do a podcast. So I was getting paid by Sedgwick. What they do, they pay you when you're off work.
Right.
So I used one of my checks to buy, this microphone, the fucking sound audio, camera, or whatever. I bought everything you do for a podcast.
Yep. So I'm like, look at all the stuff I've got right in front of me.
Well, when I came up with a name, I don't know why I came up with the name Savage Wrestler Podcast. I don't know why. Don't know why. It just then I always think my brother, he has special needs. He was one that came up with the name, so I think
nice.
that. Well, I did had a co-host. Like, we recorded the first 10 episodes. It was recorded, not live yet. Come to find, he was a PDF file.
Oh, good Lord. You can't trust anybody in this fucking world.
Yeah, his wife.
Hey, kill yourself in Minecraft.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, his ex-wife tells me about it. And the whole time where me and him record, I never had it. I did have it upload on YouTube. Well, he was running a fake name, so he wouldn't got people notice. I guess he was a big PDF file.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was that bad.
Oh.
I almost got in trouble. So I
guilty by association. You're like, no.
I deleted all the fucking episodes. And
Right.
I don't like Subway.
And he did worse than Jared Fogel did.
Chris Hansen.
And the funny thing is, I deleted all the videos and all that stuff, right? I was like, let's just rehash it, blah, blah, blah. I can't remember how many episodes I did by myself, but my first episode I did was the CM Punk MMA Hour.
Okay.
I was like, okay, I'm going to do what Phil does. Let's review it. Let's do this. Let's try that. I did that. I had a really good review, a really good response and all that stuff. Then one day I had Aaron come on, and then I had Aaron. Then Aaron came on, and after that, everyone just loved Aaron. It's like, hey, you two mix really well together.
I don't fucking understand why I just get high and spew bullshit.
Maybe that's the reason they love.
I just try to fucking be entertaining and funny, kind of like how I do with me and my best friend. Like, if you guys could hear some of our conversations, oh my god, funny as fuck.
The authenticity is the key. I feel like that's
like the fact,
with the way Phil and I talk when we're off air is the same way we talk on air, just with maybe a little less swearing, so he doesn't get demonetized as much. But it doesn't last very long. Neither. We're some foul mouth bastards.
Like, me and Aaron, we have fun before the show. We'll make ourselves laugh.
Yeah.
Before the show, after the show, we're still laughing over the fucking segments we talked about, or we'll laugh at we hit what me and Aaron do these days. We hit one-liners at the end. Then, if Aaron hits a weird one-liner, I'll end the stream real quick. He'd be like, "You motherfucker, don't do that."
Corn, yeah. It first started a couple of weeks ago. I said, "Corn sucks," and then the end music starts playing, and I texted him. I said, "What the fuck? The last thing people are gonna hear." Corn sucks.
What was last week, Aaron? I said, "Oh, we're just down for the Nuki."
Yeah, you did, and then you fucking ended the stream before I could have a rebuttal on why we're not down for the Nookie.
I thought I timed it really well because I heard
you did.
I did. Well, the funny thing is, I heard I'm down for the Nookie. Then all I heard was what the and I hit the stream real quick.
Yeah,
I was perfect. Then I rewatched it.
Not the whole word. That's perfect.
Then I rewatched it and went, oh shit, I didn't time that really well.
Damn.
I was like, fuck, I thought I had him saying, what the end it.
What the?
Yeah, me and Aaron started doing one-liners a couple weeks ago. We just thought it was fucking hilarious just to piss off people. We do more than wrestling. We usually talk about music. So, yeah, this is how I got Aaron. I just texted him, hey, you want to be my co-host?
I mean, and that's again, that's back to the authenticity. It's more real that way. Like, I think that's why Phil and I get along so well, especially on his show, especially because he had it established. So it wasn't like I was coming in to try and like take over or, be a partner. Really, I could kind of, I look at it like he's Conan O'Brien. I'm kind of playing the Andy Richter role, where I'm going to come in and say some funny things here and there. I'll, make jokes. And then every now and then I'm going to drop a line where you're like, damn, that was actually really good.
Like me, I always think like me and Aaron are like the Eric Andre show. I'm Eric Andre. Okay. He's that Hannibal. Like, yeah. Or some days he'll be the Eric Andre. I'll be Hannibal. Like me and him, like we like some episodes. Like if he's in a pissy mood, oh, this show's gonna be good. Or if I'm in a pissy mood, Aaron be like, oh hell yeah, here we go. James is gonna fucking spew. Here we go. It depends on our mood. Like last week, I didn't mean to piss off Aaron. My bad about the theme song. It was my bad. I just could have went to the show and just did it. Then we have commercials. We're not going to do those commercials, Aaron. Where he fucked up on the commercial that he did, and he's like, "Fuck, I didn't even set our fucking code or nothing." I said, "No, what? Fuck it. It's all good." It was just me and Aaron. Reason I asked Aaron because he's a wrestling fan. I'm a wrestling fan. He likes music. I like music. And I just thought, oh, it'd be a perfect podcast about wrestling and music. and I just like hearing Aaron talk shit about Wrestling Otaku and these other fucking IWCs. Because the funny thing is when I bring up like a video of Wrestling Otaku, which we're not gonna do, Aaron, don't freak out. Good God,
we're not doing that.
Okay,
people gotta eat lunch, man.
Okay, I won't. Every time I bring up a video without him telling, he'd be like, oh, God damn it. What do you guys say this time?
Why you gotta bring down the energy of the show for? Nobody wants to see this fat piece of shit.
Oh, if to this day, I still love that legendary rant Aaron did on Wrestling Otaku. What was the video, Aaron, when he returned? That return he did?
Oh, yeah. He thinks that he's a fucking wrestler and fucking was like, hey, guys, I'm going to take a couple of weeks off. And fucking comes back. And
drinking a big liter of cola that when he went to burp. That's when the rant. He burped. And that's when.
Cola.
That's how the rant started. He was chugging that fucking pop. And all I said was, damn, slow down. And he stopped drinking and he burped. And right there when the fucking rant started, I called him a fucking dude, this is why you didn't get no bitches. Dude, stop. Just stop.
This is why JD called you fat, and then you post a fucking video of you at McDonald's trying the chicken Big Mac. Fuckface.
Then I had Aaron.
I'm not fat. I'm not fat at all. Num 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 num.
The problem is the women in 2024, 2025. The problem is them. Yeah, that's the problem. I can smell you through the freaking video.
Stop going for athletic 10s when you're a 4.5.
Aaron, what was that?
4.5.
What was that line? Aaron, what was that line you said that was so perfectly? I can't remember it.
Brother, you're asking me to remember something that I probably said while I was high.
Oh, damn it. I have to rewatch the video. I might have to pull. I'll pull up the. Here, it's okay if I pull up the rant video so Jake can see it.
I don't give a fuck.
All right.
Might paint me in a bad light.
I don't remember what I said.
Anybody, listen. Might paint me in a bad light. Somebody might hate me for it, but hey, my DMs are wide the fuck open this weekend, bitch, because I got nothing better to do.
I'm gonna see.
I always welcome that kind of negativity, and I never get the satisfaction of having said negativity. So yeah.
Oh my god! This woman ran that god awful background on StreamYard.
Ew, StreamYard, gross. Ew. Boo. Trash.
Sorry if the quality is shitty. I don't know why it's shitty. I don't know why. And Aaron, no, we are streaming on StreamYard, you dumbass.
Ew, gross. StreamYard, you gross. Ew, gross.
To everyone, oh my god, that old ass logo. Holy shit. If you guys can't read that, even though I can't read it either, it says redacted. This is what Aaron was hiding his fucking name.
Redacted. Oh, wait. You just reminded me. Hold up. Got you.
And I was like, Aaron, why did you not put your name on there? I'm not gonna get these fucking dipshits fucking going after me on my social media.
I welcome it now because I've got literally nothing better to do.
So yeah, that was the other thing about it. The name that I had was just the username that I had on a bunch of things because it's a play on my last name and then the band Alt J. I'm not even that big of a fan of them. I like them, but it just thought it was a funny name. Like, it was like my username on Instagram, Twitter, a few other places, and then Phil brought me on. He always calls me Alt Jake, and I'm like, okay, sure. I mean, you just call me Jake, but I'll take it as like the name got over before I knew it. Before I was like, I guess we're stuck with it now. Like, it's fine by me. I don't care. It's literally the first 3 letters of my last name are ALT. Like, that's where it comes from.
Did you just change your name to Akaku Fears Aaron?
Yeah.
Otaku Fears Scaremasters.
I need to clip that video of me fucking gagging when he was doing that episode.
I need somebody to look at me like Wrestling Otaku looks at a Thanksgiving plate.
I was gonna say cheeseburgers.
All right.
Look at him. Look at him in all his glory.
Glory.
I just wish that he would just focus on the wrestling shit and like leave his like personal issues out of it because it's just such an easy target. Target. Like, stop making yourself a big target.
All right, here's the video. All right, Aaron, you ready for the main event?
Uh-oh.
Oh boy, yeah, I am. Because I gotta go pick up my girlfriend here in a little bit.
You won't believe who has returned.
No way, my best friend, Wrestling Otaku. Oh my god,
returned.
Oh my god. Wow.
Feels like this has been years ago.
Hey guys, I'm back.
All right, you ready?
Oh my god, he did a 1-minute countdown. That's 1 minute too long.
So hang on, I can skip the 1 minute.
1 minute too long.
Here we
go.
You ready?
Oh god.
Funko
I might. This is probably gonna be loud. I think he has a theme song. Yeah. Sorry, that was loud. Sorry, that was loud.
Oh man.
This music better not copyright strike my ass. I'm gonna go after this Twinkie tip motherfucker. He copyright strikes.
Oh.
There we go.
How do you put that as your opening video? Like, yeah, this shit looks good.
You hear that?
Ladies and gentlemen,
yeah.
we have arrived. It is now time. It's been quite some time coming, but now.
Why does he look like one of those fucking new guys from NXT? In a long time.
Grand return.
Coming.
Because he thought it was a Mickey.
Hold on. How long was he gone for? Like fucking 4 weeks?
Bro, he wasn't even gone for a fucking month. Hold on. Go and look back. Yeah.
You may go look back?
Yeah.
Dude goes on an extended break for
okay, fucking
we'll do that. I didn't want to restart the video.
Time. Coming.
Oh, it was actually a month ago.
Wow.
Then he made these vignettes.
Oh my god, he is such a...
Oh, he has a new video.
Oh,
me? Oh, he has a new video. Back on YouTube. Are you ready? You want to... Air, go on.
Is it gonna get us in trouble?
Fuck him. I'll fucking beat it. How long? 20 minutes.
I sounded so concerned.
You got 20
They're
minutes?
gonna get us in trouble.
Yeah. Because
Hey, fuck you. I don't give a fuck.
At 9 o'clock in
Right.
order to make it there when I.
Oh my god.
I am sorry. Let me.
God, why is his mute, bro? Whoever edits his videos, if you're listening or watching,
God.
can you control the fucking volume, please? I'm tired of my ears bleeding every time I gotta fucking listen to this video.
Well, I muted, so I'm not. I
What
don't want to
is
get caught.
this? What is this? Are you
It's his intro. It's his
fucking
intro.
anime, bro?
It's his
God.
intro.
Let me hear this.
I can smell that hoodie from here.
Ew. You live in what, Baltimore?
Check it off here.
This is the video that got us a lot of views.
I thought I had seen.
I mean, people
gay
really
shit.
hate this guy. You can't blame him. Just look
But
at
that was probably the
All
gayest
right.
thing
Ladies and
Aaron.
gentlemen,
I have ever seen.
I am Wrestling Otaku, and this is the Wrestling Otaku's channel.
We're the best
For
reviewed
your
wrestlers.
personification of excellence
Pause.
on YouTube.
Personification of excellence. My name
This
is
is
Wrestling
how I
Otaku.
would. If I was doing a YouTube channel and that's how I started, and somebody like clicked on my video and that's the first thing that they hear out of my mouth,
Mm-hmm.
I'm leaving. I'm like, nah. Anyways,
YouTube and the
block.
the funny
Yeah.
thing, the funny thing is
we're the best.
What was that, Aaron?
the funny thing is I still do that to this day. I'll go watch like a video that looks really interesting, and the person says like one word, and I'm like, nah, I ain't feeling the vibes. I'm out.
Reviews wrestling. And it's not just a slogan. It's not
Oh, he
pictures of
said his
excellence
famous line.
on YouTube and the YWC, and we're the best reviews wrestling. And it's not just a slogan. That is not just a tagline. That is an unprecedented fact. And
Unprecedented.
I'm here. It is now
Undeniable.
Oh
Saturday,
my god.
Badass.
September 14th,
Still wearing
2024.
sunglasses.
And I've made my return to YouTube in case you guys haven't seen my previous video, which a good majority of you should have by now.
No one did.
Nobody
No one did.
cares.
But yes, I'm back on YouTube.
Total
and I
10
figured
viewers.
that it was only appropriate that I do a formal video addressing you here
Thanks for
in
your
front of the
family.
camera, as
Hand.
I have done in the past. So I'd like to welcome you all back
I
into
need
the
to
channel,
try a new
all my
camera. It might
subscribers,
kill
all the
it.
people who frequent my
Oh my
comments,
god,
who
Aaron.
watch these videos, so on and so forth.
I heard that
Both
line.
my loyals, regular commenters, subscribers, what
I
have
didn't
you.
say a damn
And
thing.
you know those who maybe aren't subscribed and maybe
Oh,
are
wait, this was
subscribed, but
when you were
just
high.
don't
Get to the
watch or
fucking
whatever
point,
it may be.
bro.
I'll address that a little later, I guess. But
Lazy eye bastard.
First things first,
on YouTube.
in case you haven't noticed, got some new shades.
No one
You know,
cares.
having to pick
Nobody
these
cares.
Up, from local dollar store stuff.
Still makes you look
Right.
fat.
Get some new stuff in terms of like the
These glasses
the
look
you
like a kitty
just those,
brother.
old pair of glasses, sunglasses. are kind
I'm
of-
surprised we're not
pretty worn out.
demonetized.
They've lasted a long time, haven't broken surprisingly,
Pause.
but
We're making money.
No, not really.
So, I was about to say we're making money.
YouTube, right?
Yes.
Oh, this fucking guy.
What'd you find? Oh, when Aaron laughs like that, something's gonna happen.
Whoever
That's
this
changed,
Soul
though.
Evans guy is, bro, we have to reach out to him because he has
Oh
Like,
yes, Soul Evans.
3
Yes.
different videos where
Yes,
he's
I know
doing-
Oh, Soul Evans. Yeah.
But bro, the first video I
He
see
messaged
from
me.
him is it's 24 and women still. Well,
Yes, he made a video. He almost cried in that video about him why women hated him so much.
because you're a creep,
Oh.
you fat.
And it looks like he hasn't bathed. Oh my god. All right, back to this.
Yeah.
first time for a new pair. I should probably get a few pairs just in case. But yeah,
Nobody
I'm
asked,
back.
dude.
It's good to be back.
Let me find that
After,
part
like,
where
what, a
Aaron
month? I was
gets.
out for like what, a month?
Here it
4 or
is.
5 weeks.
That's it. There was a liter of cola.
Content and do videos on here.
I feel so,
So much,
fucked up.
much appreciated. I really mean that. Like, legitimately, that's not just me saying it. And before I continue, let me just go ahead and take a little sip here because I am getting.
Oh, Aaron. Remember when you said, hey, am I hearing something about Hulk Hogan back? I was watching something on my phone. My bad. Yeah. I remember you saying something.
Son of a bitch. Like,
And just a little
talking
reminder
about
that this video is brought to you
Huh?
by
Are you watching something in the
Cola.
back?
Actually,
No,
this
why?
is fresh. This is actually
I just heard
giant.
something about
But
fucking liar, bro. I'm not listening.
Cola.
No, I'm
you
not
just say
watching
my
nothing.
show is
I'm not
sponsored.
getting
What is
paid
wrong
for
with
it.
you?
What
What the fuck
fucking
is
soda?
this?
Yeah.
This
The
fucking
truth.
guy.
Wait, what?
The
What are you talking
truth.
about?
Something in the fucking background.
Who? Me?
No, fucking wrestling otaku. You can faintly hear it in the background.
Oh, okay. I was watching some, but it was on
Pause.
mute. I
Pause,
was
you
just watching
fuck.
like a.
Pause, you fuck.
I did.
I can't believe you. The truth finally gets revealed. That, oh yeah, man, I was totally watching something on my phone, and I put the blame on Wrestling Otaku.
I
I
said
can't believe I'm about to say this, but Wrestling Otaku, you deserve everything I throw at you. Fuck you, fat fuck.
I'm just laughing at this is brought to you by Cola. It's fucking store brand Cola. Like not even Coke.
This is
That's
brought to you in part by Great Value Cola.
Yeah.
Chug, 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 chug.
Giant bread. Like mother.
Delicious.
Like,
Find it at your local Walmart. Not a paid sponsor.
I can
I literally hurt
hear
my
it in the
face laughing
fucking
so hard.
background. He's watching something.
Oh, store brand soda.
I'm sorry though. That fucking couch looks like it wants to off itself.
oh
Real
my
bad.
God.
Good grief.
What's he doing with this Coke? What is he doing with this Coke?
Couch.
Oh,
His couch. His
I know,
couch
but
looks
I
so
saw him. I
depressed,
looked over
bro.
and he was holding a 2 liter cola.
I don't know. He's just showing
Show-
people to the camera that he's being fat.
Wait, anyway.
Oh, my God. Oh my God. Here it
Oh
comes.
God,
Here it comes.
no.
Here it comes.
oh my God. He's not.
He's not.
Bro, chill.
It's fucking Coke. Slow down.
That's not even Coke. That's like.
Nothing like.
Oh, that's
my God. All right, enough. Enough.
From
I'm putting a stop to this right now. You can watch the rest of this fucking video. I'm done. I'm done. I said exactly what I needed to say in that fucking comment because that is so fucking. Bro, I don't know if you have earbuds in your ear, but that was
I got a
That was-
massive
that
gaming
was-
headset in my head.
that was disgusting. Because
I heard
I have the smallest little plastic piece, so it's like right there on my fucking ear canal, and all I heard was.
Believe me, I basically heard a piece of chicken fly out of his teeth.
God damn, dude. Jesus Christ. I said exactly what I needed to say. That was so fucking cringe.
James,
That's
pause
so
this real
fucking
quick.
cringe. So much to the fact.
So you know in Finding Nemo, right? The fish
Yeah.
are not friends. The fish are friends, not food sharks.
Yeah.
Tell me why, as soon as I heard that line of, I just heard a piece of chicken fly out of his mouth, I instantly thought of the fucking shark that ate that fucking piece, that fucking fish. God damn.
Fact that, yeah, will I go watch
Keep
the rest
going.
of
Keep
this
ranting.
video?
Keep ranting.
Will I go watch the rest of the video so I can see
I'm
what
tagging
that
us, Aaron, to
fuck
keep
has
going.
say?
All I
Because
want
there
to
are
do
fucking
is
things
just
to
talk
do
about the
fucking
wardrobe
and
malfunctions, and here we are
drinking
talking
and
about
eating
this goddamn no
whatever
pussy
the
ass
fuck
having
is not
bitch.
one of them.
That's
Trust
what he
me.
does. That's what he
Trust
does.
me.
He eats and all that stuff in his
I wonder
videos.
why he can't get no bitches.
Aaron
I wonder
yelling
why
in the
he can't get no
background.
bitches.
God damn son of a
It's a dumb
bitch.
shit like this.
Keep chucking.
I bet you watch anime with Cheetos in one hand and your dick in the other. And then you
If-
alternate so you can get Cheeto dick. You fucking god damn. You were
Not
such
that
a
he'd be able to
fucking
see it
disgrace
anyway.
to wrestling fans. It makes me I said exactly it makes me sad to admit that I'm a wrestling fan when I have basement dwelling fucktards like you going around going like, oh my god, Alexa Bliss, you're so fucking sexy. Oh my god. And you actually go up to her and say that. exactly like that. You're like, oh my god, you're so pretty. Can I smell your hair? That's why we can't give hugs to people anymore because of stupid fucks like you. You know what? You're probably nope. I'm not going to that route. That
I
guy
have my
brings
limit.
patient zero
I
for
have
the
my
next
limit.
pandemic. I guarantee
Oh my
it.
God.
Patient zero.
Jesus.
Wilford Brimley called. He wants his diabetes back.
Oh my
Diabetes. Got that diabetes.
Your mom was so skinny.
I mean,
Why?
I will
you
say
took
that
all
was the
the
first thing I
goddamn
thought when I saw
food.
wrestling
You
Otaku.
fat fuck.
Diabetes.
I need to go check on his parents. We got to make sure that they're still like alive and kicking. Because let me tell you, their son,
The only thing they're
their
kicking is
son is
themselves.
something. Like, can you believe? And this is how we're gonna end the show. Can you believe that there were two people in the world that fucked and made that?
I don't want to go that route.
To the lonely
I have my
hearts
limit.
out there, I'm not one of them. But I'm just saying, here's to the lonely hearts and the ones that never fade. You can find love if there are two people in this world that fucked and made the wrestling otaku and told him, you're going to be such a special little boy when you grow up. And guess what? He is special. Special needs.
And a misogynist too.
Misogynist too.
I bet you. Mm. If he wasn't a fucking Ravens fan, he'd be a Cleveland Browns fan. And he would be like, what? Deshaun Watson didn't do anything wrong. All he wanted was his dick to be touched.
Women today.
And you know what?
Women today won't
I
touch
hope
my
and pray
dick.
that the Ravens have such a shitty season this year. They win like 4 games, and this guy has a complete meltdown. Meanwhile, my Bengals are in the playoffs. We're playing Patrick Mahomes.
All right. That's
Don't
enough.
make me relive it.
That
It's
is
a-
enough. That is enough. We're not going there.
Boy,
We're not
Aaron.
going there. You could
Boy.
obviously tell the hype was real. I was like, Super Bowl, baby, let's go. Let's go.
That age like fucking milk, brother.
Yeah. Don't fucking remind me of fucking. What do you mean? What do you mean we threw the game against the Broncos? They just had a better game plan. Bullshit. You miss me with all that.
Hey, Aaron, you were right about the Ravens. They did have a predator.
Justin Tucker.
Oh, okay.
His last name has got to be a joke. There's a joke waiting. I'll figure it out. Give me a second. Justin Tucker, the man who tucks his dick where it doesn't belong.
Oh,
What a guy. What a guy. That's another thing that grinds my gears. These celebrities think that they're just so fucking untouchable that they could go somewhere and just be like, hey, you want to touch my dick? I'm Deshaun Watson. You want to touch my dick?
Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's move on.
Yes, let's talk about the
If we're
great.
gonna move on from Otaku, we can get away pretty fast at regular speed. He can't move that fast. There's just no chance.
We're still waiting on a comment because he's still typing.
Yeah, well, he's got to drink his full liter of cola and 3 cheeseburgers.
Oh my god!
Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. Give me 1 second, Chad. I gotta fucking chug 2 liters of fucking cola and fucking eat on stream. Nom nom nom.
And yell at my neighbor though across the street.
Look at me.
You're
I'm
so
being
hot.
fat. Nom nom nom.
Sorry, my bad. Let's move on, please. I did. Otaku's just one
You're
of those people. There's certain people.
Oh my god.
Him, Elbu, Dave, Zap. There's just certain people you're just a bad person. That's what it is.
What's the deal with Phil with Elbu?
I mean, it's really just Elbu being Elbu, honestly. Like I don't even think they've ever really interacted because Elbu's he's usually like got his tweets protected. It's just you read his stuff and then he tries to act like he's non-biased, and then he goes and joins SAP for the Raw after show. And I think really what did fill in, which is one thing that did me in, was that Elbu literally posted, "I could book NXT better than HBK." Shut up.
Oh
Every tweet that he's ever tweeted, and he's tweeted fucking novels before, where they're like, he's using all the characters in his premium account. But the worst one is just that it was one sentence. I can book it NXT better than HBK. There's the problem: is that there's too many wrestling fans and people in the IWC that actually believe their fantasy booking is better than what's on television. Granted, they were kind of groomed that way from 2014, 15 to 2020 under Vince, where it was horrible. So I understand that, but it's 2025 now. Move on. It's a new world. Things are good. You couldn't book better than Triple H or Shawn Michaels. I promise.
All right. So speaking, we're going to talk about Cornette again.
Oh yes.
Man, I gotta. You know what? I got to do it. When are we going to talk about the titties?
What? What?
That's not what the topic I expected, but all right.
What?
Brother, it is news. It is news. Tiffany Stratton. She had a nip slip on SmackDown, and yeah, it was great. But nah, that's not the one I want to talk about.
There's another one?
There's another one?
Jada Parker. Business on full display. It's so much so that, James, we cannot show these on fucking YouTube. It's
all right, get it over with. Come on.
Full puss. It is full puss.
I was unaware of this.
Are you talking about when she bent over and her fucking
Dude, her meow meow was on full display.
I always think of is it Scrubs? Yeah, her pachinko.
What?
You watch the TV show Scrubs? There was a character who wouldn't
I remember
swear.
that episode.
Yeah, there was a character that wouldn't swear, but she was a doctor, and instead of saying vagina, she'd say pachinko. And so I feel like that's the YouTube appropriate term that we can get away with and not be in trouble.
That's why
I was unaware of this flip though. I saw Tiffany, but
I saw
her
that's why I
coochie
went,
meow meow was shown.
meow meow.
meow meow. Are you meowing at
You're
me?
saying meow? Yeah.
Meow.
You can't see me, but you
Meow.
can't see me, but I have 9 fingers up and shaking the thumb like you got to get one more.
Meow.
Meow. That's 2 different Super Troopers reference in one pot. I like that.
Yep.
Can I
I pretty much live in.
I get a
movie
liter of cola?
quotes.
A
Son of a
what?
bitch.
Hey, does that look like spit to you?
You. Or the maple syrup scene.
Yeah, just
Chug. Wow, that's a lot of sugar. Who fucking threw that?
I still say pretty much daily at some point when something happens, Mother of God. And just like that every time. I can't help it. It's
Every
just
time
what
X.
yeah, it's just
Every
who
time I
am.
open X.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Every
Mother
time
of
you
God.
see every time I see somebody retweet a Dave tweet, because I have blocked, so I have to go to his page to view them, and I don't want to do that. What is he saying? Mother of God.
Mother
Here we
of
go
God.
again. Or it's the CJ from San Andreas. Oh shit. Here we go again. That's how I feel every time I open up
Here we
Twitter.
go
Like,
again.
oh fuck. This is life now.
All right, Aaron, talk about the full
Yes.
fucking you. Well, what's she doing? What's she doing? A move and it
I'm gonna
blam,
have to
it
go
came
back
out.
and watch NXT.
It's her attire, bro. It's her attire. She's got one full leg, and then it's
She's got the
just
Zack Ryder attire.
fishnet. It's fishnets on the other leg. Okay, so it doesn't really give much of a. It doesn't give her much wiggle room to work with, and why she's not wearing underwear is beyond me. Beyond me, but bro, it was out there. I've seen it. I have the pictures.
I seen it.
I have the pictures. They cannot be shown. But ladies,
Well, I have to say this. When you've got these beautiful women, God damn it, I can't do it because I'll just sound like wrestling otaku.
And you never want to go.
I'm just saying it was bound. It was bound to happen. Tiffany Stratton was a wardrobe malfunction away. I mean, it was bound to happen.
I thought there was going to be a similar slip in that region. From what I saw, I was in the audience, but when I came home and watched the replay on my DVR, I was like, "Oh, that was quite close." Double-sided tape.
Close.
All I can say. Double-sided tape.
Yes.
Are you good now, Aaron? Are you
good now?
Great. I'm great.
Okay.
I was about to say if we're not going to bring up the wardrobe malfunctions.
Well, I didn't know there was multiple. I only knew there was one. So
ladies, cover up your bits.
Cover up the bits.
Cover up your bits and pieces.
You gotta cover it up.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is why I wasn't really surprised that Jada Parker wasn't really seen doing like any physicality on NXT this week.
Okay. Jim Cornette, Jake, how about that? Yeah.
Anyways, Blue Chew is not a sponsor.
Yet. That's always what I've been saying. Not a sponsor yet. Reach out to me. The email's in my description.
Sponsored by Raycon.
No, I'm a big fan of Cornette. Actually, I credit Cornette for helping me getting back into wrestling because I got really busy from like 2018, 19. It was during the pandemic, working from home, having more time, and getting back. That's why I started getting into his pods and went back and got on the Patreon and listened to all of them from back in the day and going through. Oh my God, this channel is so underrated.
I've been a corny fan. I've been a corny fan since 2015.
Yeah, I got to
hear him talk about the time that he fucking blacked out with the fucking dude that hit his wife's car or some shit. Yeah, that's my all-time favorite fucking Cornette moment is where he was talking about beating someone's ass.
My favorite Cornette moment isn't even Cornette doing it. It's the interview of Jim Ross talking about Cornette trying to get across the Canadian border. That I have that video saved on my YouTube as like when I need a laugh. It's like a 6-minute clip. He's like, "You Dudley Do-Right looking motherfucker!" Oh, Dudley Do-Right, that's good. Not gonna get us in trouble there. And Cornette just screaming at the Mounties at the border, and Jim Ross explaining it. It's the best clip ever. It's my.
You need to send that to me. I need to see that.
I will.
I need to fucking see that. Oh my God.
Yeah.
My favorite moment was where he was talking about T Bass. Remember, he was the guy that was throwing free tickets and all that shit.
Yeah,
and fucking spray is what was it? Pepper spray his wife and all that shit in his car. Hit him with the car.
Yeah, those stories are great.
Ernest T Bass. That's what it was. Ernest T Bass.
My all-time favorite is the fucking video that got fucking posted of him with Jericho.
The Dairy Queen incident.
Dairy Queen incident.
Yeah, I thought it was Wendy's.
No, it's a Dairy Queen.
Oh God!
You tell me we waiting this motherfucking hour for an hour and a half. You guys didn't.
We would have goddamn ordered it if we would fucking want
it. God damn you, some bitch!
You guys wanted it.
That's
it. Fuck you mean? What the fuck you mean we didn't want it? We wouldn't have ordered it if we didn't want it, dumbass.
Jericho's recording it the whole time.
Yeah. Oh, that is class.
And all I remember was he was mentioned about Chris Candido and fucking
Tammy.
Tammy was in the fucking restaurant.
Yeah, they're in there and they're like, no, he's really mad. Like he's pissed. You should probably get him his food. He's screaming, "Motherfucker!
You motherfucker! You tell me we get on my
goddamn! They pay you minimum wage to do what? Sit around with your goddamn dick in your hand?
What in the fresh fried titty fuck's going on back there?
Oh, you wouldn't order the food if we didn't want it. That's my favorite line. We wouldn't order the goddamn food if we didn't goddamn want it.
Yeah.
What was it? Because of What was it? Because Jericho didn't want ice cream. He wanted just the fucking fruit. and
No,
that's what-
I think he wanted like just the chicken and probably that. Yeah, he was
And a
definitely
fucking
ordering
banana
healthier.
or some shit.
Yeah, at like 2 in the
Yeah.
morning in a drive-through. Like, dude, get what you can get and move the fuck on. Like,
You
especially
think
back
you
then when
wanted
things
it.
weren't open 24 hours all the time. I mean, this would have been like, this is the mid 90s.
Right.
That's
Yep.
it gets filmed like on an actual video, like a camcorder. Like that's what Jericho had.
Good old Smoky Mountain days.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Yep.
God, that's hilarious. That's
All
a
right.
good
The
video.
video I'm going to show you. He
Yes, no,
reviewed-
this is
the-
class. This channel's great.
This made me laugh when he reviewed the fucking Chris Stanler and is her name Megan Bynes?
Bane, I think it is.
Bane.
Megan Bane.
Bane.
And
okay.
I could have been at this show if I would have got a free ticket. I wasn't about to pay to go to AEW. It was like a mile from my house, but I didn't go.
But me and Aaron did talk about some of this last week, and I kind of blame Penelope and Megan for this because this kind of looked made.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know who to really fucking blame here. So someone's gonna have
This
to
is
fill
why
me
you
in.
need production meetings right here. This again, everything. I will continue to say this until I'm blue in the face. But whatever problem is, you just keep tracing it back. It goes back to one thing: Tony Khan, because he doesn't have the fucking authority to actually have these people like know what to do or take initiative to actually make shit look good because they're idiots.
All right, let's play this clip.
Yes,
It's perfect.
Yeah, this channel is
I
great.
can't believe that this happened with people that had been in any type of wrestling training situation more than 3 or 4 months. And so now I guess Megan is the new toy and Statlander had to put her over. But nevertheless, Megan Bane won, and Penelope Pitstop is apparently affiliated with Megan Bane, and she helped out in this victory because they're
This
the heels,
Megan
and
girl's
then they
tall as
start
shit.
beating up,
Yeah, and she's dating
Statlander.
Joey Janela.
getting heat after the match.
What?
Yeah, that's
and
real.
Thunder Rosa
I thought it was a lie. She's
comes
actually Joey
running out
Janela's
to make the
girlfriend.
save with a chair
I don't
and
understand.
slides in the ring and draws back. And not only did the heels not run, but Penelope Pitstop did not hide behind the big girl Megan
Yeah.
Bane because now they're trying to recreate the Mercedes Moon and Camille dynamic with Megan Bane and Penelope. We'll see if they can get it right this time. Off to a rocky start. He stands in front of the big bodyguard girl and says, "Come on, do something about it." To
Oh,
Thunder Rosa,
God,
who's
it's
standing there with
terrible.
a chair. So Thunder Rosa is trying to like advance on him without doing it because they're not backing up. And there's the awkwardness of that. And then Rosa draws back.
Oh my-
the chair
this makes me
and
cringe.
starts to
Yeah,
swing
it's so
at
bad.
Megan Bane, who doesn't move a muscle, and Thunder Rosa has
So
to pull up and not do it. Now she's deader than 4 o'clock, flatter than a plate full of chips.
What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know what
The
either of
heels are
those
just
sentences
laughing
mean,
at her.
but he says them all the time.
And the referee has to get in between them and is like telling the heels, kind of, you go that way. And he's trying to help hold Rosa back so she doesn't get any more buried than she already was. It would be hard to. You'd come out the other side of the earth.
Right?
And I couldn't figure out what the fuck. At one point, Penelope grabbed the chair and they had a tug of war. She was trying to take
God.
it away and Rosa wouldn't let go of it. And then finally, when the heels got out of the ring and were walking down the entranceway, not that far away, Thunder Rosa threw the chair at him.
God. Oh, such a terrible.
Lance Archer comes.
I just sent you the Cornette clip on. I DM'd it to you. And then the other Cornette one that's great is the one where he does the Stu Hart impression. Where he's talking about when his daughter.
We got
You got
Yeah,
Diana
yeah,
looking at you like a
rhino.
whore. The kids are in school, and you got Diana looking like a whore. Some
Oh
kind of-
yeah, you
Looking
got
like some
Diana
kind
looking
of
like a whore,
Yeah,
like a whore.
yeah. Those are my two. That's that story where he's telling Stu. Where he's, oh yeah, Stu, it's because Bruce Pritchard's a pervert. Well, you know, he said he was a fine boy. Like, oh my god.
All right,
No,
what's your
those are the clips that got me into it.
what's your
You got
thought-
Diana looking like a whore.
Some kind of whore. It'll never not be funny.
God.
What you thought on that, Jake? What you?
So I'm so glad I didn't go to that show because I would have left watching that. Like that is so bad. I'd only seen the clips online. I hadn't actually seen like that much in detail of it because I don't care. But I'd listened to the Cornette review and laughed. But I love that channel does that where they link up the Cornette clips to what he says to the actual video because it's so much better than the AEW announce team because I don't care who's calling it. I don't care who's calling it, whether it's Excrement or Shivani. They're both awful.
That's right, Excalibur.
Then we gotta go do this. Then we gotta. Oh, I'm out of breath. I'm out of breath.
AEW Revolution. We got the AEW World Champion taking on.
And he just yells out the name of the move. Tope! Susan, shut up!
Tope Suicida!
That's why I love that Michael Cole. Like, I don't, Logan Paul. I don't mind Logan Paul on his podcast. It's his buddy that his co-host with that annoys me on that show.
Oh my God.
He's so terrible. He's so awful.
Listen,
and he
I
has
just don't like
idea
Logan Paul.
I don't either, but I could at least watch him do interviews if it was just him and a wrestler. But that other guy ruins it.
Listen, I don't like Logan Paul because I'm not going to forgive the fact that he recorded somebody hanging in the suicide forest in Japan. Never going to forgive him for that. And the fact that the one time that I tried Prime, it comes out, oh, it may have hints of traces of cocaine. The fuck? And on top of, he's in the middle of a crypto scam.
Yeah.
Fucking jackass.
He is.
And he almost ruined Rumble. And he almost...
Didn't we look at that when we fucking discussed
what
it?
Michael Cole said on his show, where Michael Cole said, it doesn't matter. Nobody gives a shit what the names of the moves are. You're telling stories. And I'm like, someone just put that in front of Excalibur. Michael Cole, the most successful announcer of this century, let's say, of the 2000s.
Right.
Yeah, no. Like, maybe you should listen to him. He's been on TV literally for 28 years. Maybe listen to him. No? Okay, fine. Like, no, Excalibur just going to call the moves. Yeah, this is a Cope con Hilo with a twist. Fuck off.
Full arm dragon twist.
Oh, we've or then Shivani getting things wrong. Oh, we've never seen him in black jeans before. Well, actually, we have back in November of 22. Nobody fucking cares. Like, we all know that Hogan slammed Andre before WrestleMania 3, but the story then was that he hadn't because it was a better fucking story. It's not that hard. This is not rocket science. I feel better. I do. I feel better. These people.
I need to hear these fucking Cornette clips. God damn it.
Yeah, no, I DM'd you guys my two favorite ones, which like I said, the favorite one isn't even Cornette.
Did you? Because I just
I got it. I get it.
You got it? Let's do it.
This one. The of everything for Cornette, yeah, the Stu Hart impression, and then Jim Ross's impression.
Yeah, Diana looking like some kind of whore.
Some kind of whore.
All right, we'll play the one.
Yeah, this is. Fucking Conrad.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I love Conrad, but damn, I have not listened to one of his
legendary
podcasts
for having these blow-ups. Did you ever see one in the early days of Mid-South, or did you not see that until later with Jim Crockett or somewhere else?
There weren't many blow-ups, public blow-ups in Mid-South. There were some, but they weren't frequent, and they didn't last long because that's not how the territory is run. It's just not how it was going to work in Cowboys territory. He had rules, he had discipline, and he had structure. And some guys adhered to it, and it worked for them. They used it to their advantage. And some guys were defiant, and they felt this esprit de corps of being more independent thinking. I've seen Cornette blow up. I've seen him blow up in booking meetings, and I've seen him blow up anytime he had to fly someplace. He was stressed out. I remember we had a TV in Halifax, and it's one of those deals where you can't get there from here. So I remember us leaving New York on a Saturday, and we had to make one or two connections to get into Halifax. And of course, that was just more airplanes. And he despised the airplanes. He has, and he still does, a bona fide fear of flying.
Justifiably so.
And he's not the only guy in the wrestling business
Right.
that didn't like flying.
Especially now.
But he detested it. It made him nauseous. It made him sick, physically ill. Quick story on that one. We're flying from Newark to Seattle and to go do TV in Vancouver. That makes any sense. It kind of makes sense. The flights domestically are a little cheaper than the international because once you get to Seattle, it's a pretty easy drive to Vancouver. It's doable. So we're in Newark, and the guy John Valdostri was a Continental Airlines representative, and he would upgrade a lot of the guys. So he upgraded Cornette and I. He said, "I'm going to upgrade you guys." Oh, great! Thanks a lot. It was a long flight, 5 or 6 hours, where it was. And I said, I'm thinking to myself, please God, put us in separate seats. Don't put us in. Sure enough, my least favorite seats on the airplane are the bulkhead, and so we were in the bulkhead, sitting next to each other. So then we go. Cornette's got this ritual where he takes this prescription medication to calm him down, and I'll use Xanax because I don't know any names of any other stuff, but he take like a Xanax, and he'd take something else, but he took them. He had to take them in a certain time limited interval. So he did. So the time we got on the plane and seated, buckled in to our first class bulkhead seats,
right,
on Continental Air, he was already gone. So I remember the flight attendant saying, "Does your friend want something to drink?" And she started to reach over to shake him or to touch him. "Oh, no, don't do that. He's good. If he needs something, we'll let you know. But thank you." I didn't want to wake him up. Hell, who knew how he was going to react? So all works out real well, Conrad, until we get on the tarmac, right?
Why the fuck will you wake me up?
The captain comes on and says, "Well, ladies and gentlemen, news from the air traffic control. We're 17th in line to take off."
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, no.
17th.
That's where yep.
Now, what that does, it screams delay, Will Robinson, delay. And so he's sleeping through the whole damn thing.
Oh, no.
So all that works out real well.
Yeah.
We finally take off. And I'm going to tell you that we're somewhere where, the Midwest, maybe Minnesota, Dakota. So we had a couple hours left on the flight. And he wakes up. Wanted to know, are we almost there? Remember those little monitors in front of your seats where you can judge your flight?
Mm-hmm.
He looks at that son of a bitch, and I thought he was going to try to parachute out. So he said, you got to talk to me. You just got to talk to me. And so, what do you mean to say? I don't care. Just talk to me. So I talked to him, but what we're going to talk about? Football? He don't know anything about football. Talk about the booking. And we got a kayfabe. We can't talk about the booking. So finally, I started singing. He said, "Just sing to me." Okay. And then I was singing, for some reason, a Neil Young song. And one of the lyrics was, "I caught you knocking at my cellar door." And I think people thought we were gay. Not there's anything wrong with that.
It's the visual of
door
this
was a metaphor for something else.
Forgot about the flight part of the story.
And so I sang to him. I told him stories. It's like telling a kid a bedtime story. So we finally got to Seattle. And then to make matters worse, he demanded to drive.
This
He's coming off this fog.
Loopy.
Oh, buddy. So I remember we rented a Lincoln, or the Lincoln was rented for us. Big car. We crossed over the border in Canada. And the guys at the border recognized us. And of course they're screwing around, and they says, we need to look in your trunk. Now I don't have any idea what Cornette was carrying in the suitcase. I know it wasn't drugs. It wasn't contraband. At least I didn't think so, and I still don't think so. But he goes to this promo. You motherfuckers can't touch my shit. Nobody's gonna touch my shit. Fuck you. And I'm thinking, oh, this is good. So the guy looks at me because the good old JR is the voice of reason. And so I said, I finally get him off to the side. And I say, look, you guys don't see what he's doing, do you? No, what's going on? I said, we can't have this kind of conduct. We're going to, subdue him, put him in a cell or something. And I'm thinking, I got to think of this quick now. Here's the deal. He's a what you call a bad guy. He's a villain, and he doesn't want to see you guys to see him out of character. So all he's doing is staying in character and trying to entertain you in his villain persona. I got it. That's so good. So I convinced him that even though he was shooting, he wasn't bullshitting. That he was bullshitting. So, goddamn Dudley Do-Right looking motherfuckers. Oh, that's good.
That's good.
Looking motherfuckers. I'll kill somebody. Okay, easy now. That's when I intervened with a little line about he's just
Easy now.
So then we get
to
the
visual of this. I wish it was on
we
film.
relived that about 30 times.
CCTV
between Seattle and Vancouver. He's still in a fog because of his fear of flying and the medication he took to get there, get to work. And then we get about a block from the hotel. He wants to make a right on red. And you ever been to Vancouver, Conrad?
No.
It's a great place to visit. Really, truly, it's a beautiful city. It's very multicultural. There's a lot of different ethnicities that live there. It's a really cool town. Vancouver's a really cool town, beautiful. But we stopped at a stoplight. He wants to make a right on red. And he didn't want to wait till the light changes so he can make the legal right. So but the people are walking. He starts cutting promos in every ethnic group that he could see. Now the winters are up, thank God. So no one hurt his me. But then he reared back in the seat. He put his feet on the steering wheel and started stomping the steering wheel. Which he'd honk the horn, incessantly, and he was stomping away. But he had finally had it. He'd gone as far as he could go. We made it to that. We finally got the turn on that red. Or make a right turn. I don't think it worked.
I can picture Jim Cornette using his foot and hitting the hook and horn.
He's pissed off about the traffic laws. Pissed off about the people walking by him.
You goddamn
son
bitch.
And then I didn't see him again for like 24 hours. I think he went to sleep. And just hibernated. He's the kind of guy that would go in a hotel and never allow the maids to come in his room. I don't want to touch my shit. I don't touch my shit. I'm going to have it. That's his deal. So his travel was a big issue for him. But so when you talk about
I don't want anybody
the travel
touching my
driving was
shit.
2,000 plus miles a week. If you're a main event guy in Mid-South back in that era,
Touch my shit,
working all
you're
the
dead
big clubs,
man.
that would generally equate to about a 2,000 plus miles a week drive. So you're
not that I see them much in Arizona, but on
not
TV.
hawking animal, you're a real legit road warrior. And so I think travel was always an issue there. He didn't like getting out of his comfort zone, and who does?
I don't blame him.
I think that was, like you said earlier.
And now he doesn't leave Louisville.
Part of the reason he went to Dallas. Unlike the reason he went to Charlotte, because Charlotte's going to come back with a lot of travel, but a chance to make a lot more money. But that was the deal. Travel was not his friend. Didn't like it.
Travel was not his friend.
He wanted to stop at Wendy's. He had his way. Like Monsoon wanted to stop, at Bob Evans. It's just the way it was. You're on the road so much, you get these habits. So he was not friendly to travel, and of course now he didn't have to worry about it. He's home in Louisville. He's got his business, and like you said, he's got a couple of really strong podcasts that he produces, and he's got his life now exactly the way he wants it. He does everything he wants to do from a wrestling business side of the coin out of his home in Louisville. And that's kind of, I think, what he's always dreamed of being able to do. And now he's finally there.
I mean, that is the dream.
Hey, it's Conrad.
Yeah. I don't blame Cornette one bit being.
No. Especially with the money he makes and the viewers they get. It's a healthy business they've got.
All right, let me get the other one popping up about Stuart Hurt.
The other one's the Stuart one. Yeah, the Hoover one. That
Just
the way
got
Jim Ross
Diana
described-
looking like some kind of whore.
All right, here we go.
These are my comfort videos.
Oh yeah, Jim Cornette. I listen to his podcast, like my 10-hour shifts, and he gets
Yeah.
me through the night.
Absolutely.
His omnibuses and all that shit. I'll get through them.
Yeah.
Is there any truth to a story I heard where Stu Hart called Jim before King of the Ring 96 over the Shawn Michaels British Bulldog angle with Diana Hart?
Oh my god.
Yes,
I remember the angle.
I told that story. As a matter of fact, go on JimCornette.com and buy Jim Cornette Live in London. You'll get the entire unexpurgated, unedited, uncensored story. I thought it was Bruce Pritchard ribbing me. Stu really did not like that they had come up with the angle where Diana
Just
was trying to
visualize
entice
it.
Sean, and then they would find out later on when the payoff happened, which never happened, that it was a trick, that she had pushed herself on him and otherwise in means to get incriminating video and etc. to make him look bad. I don't know where they were going with it. I was trying to fucking help, but I was a bystander in a lot of this. But anyway, fucking one day I'm at Raw after the promo that we had done where, you know, Diana had said, Sean, you know you want me, and I'd called him a fornicator. And I'm sitting back in the pre-tape room, and here comes Owen carrying a red phone, followed by Davey Boy. Doop, 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 you know, and like they're sneaking in, they're doing something, they're up to some mischief. And this looks like the fucking Commissioner Gordon Batman phone, right? And I said, what the fuck? This phone for you, Jim. I said, who is it? He said, it's Stu. So already, and the cord's going out the door around the fucking corner. I'm already smelling a fucking rat. I say hello, and Bruce Pritchard does a great Stu Hart impression, as do a lot of people. And I hear, Jim? I said, yeah, Stu, how are you? Jim, Stu is just... I'm just calling about the thing with Diana. You know, the kids are in school up here, and they're
kids are in
making
school.
her
I don't
look
know
on
why that
TV
makes me
like
laugh.
she's some kind of whore. I said, yeah, I know, Stu. It wasn't mine. Well, it just, you know, it's hard to explain. And when she's coming on TV there, and, you know, the kids have to go to school, and there's Diana looking like some kind of whore. I said, yeah, you know, you know whose fault it is, Stu. It's all the fault of that fucking Bruce Pritchard. Isn't it, Bruce? It seemed like a fine boy to me. I don't know what I said, no. He's one of those guys. He goes to those adult bookstores and those porn stores, you know, where they have to mop the floor up afterwards. Then he's always got all those sex toys in his bag. He's a pervert. He loves that shit. Well, I had no idea. I always thought Bruce was very businesslike. Yeah, well, I said, if I were you, Stu, I'd call Vince, because it's really making the whole family look bad. Well,
Oh
I
no!
have to do that because I just don't want Diana looking like some kind of whore.
Yeah.
See, if I were you, I'd do that. Get right to the bottom of it. Okay, Stu, thank you very much. I hang up the phone. I look up at Owen and Davey, and right as I've said, who was that, thinking they're going to say it was Bruce, around the corner and into the room walks Bruce with papers in his hand, obviously oblivious to everything that's fucking gone on.
Oh
I
God!
flashed myself looking back at the phone. I've been talking to Stu Hart. Bruce says, what's going on? I said, nothing. Nothing for you to see here. Nothing to be worried about. I don't know. And I've always said this. I don't know what happened afterwards. I don't know if Stu called Vince. I don't know if Vince talked to Bruce. I don't know if Diana still looks like some kind of whore. But they cut that fucking angle off the very next week. And
It was the long pause for me.
I don't think Bruce was aware why he might have possibly been chastised for being a sexual deviant and a prevert.
And a prevert.
Long about 1996 or 7.
It was recently talked about on the Super Podcast. The Honky Tonk Man now is a one-man show, I guess, where he goes to different comedy clubs and he does his one-man show. And one of the things he says, I guess he has a thesis that all of the Hart kids, including the girls, sound like Stu.
Yes.
Which is true.
Yes.
You want to look for a good time?
It's a thing
let me tell you something about Bill Goldberg.
Get used to after a while. That
Goddamn
they
Bill
all and they
Goldberg.
all start to look like Stu, also in their own way.
That didn't sound like Stu there. It sounded like one of the keyboard elves, like the.
I don't know. Well, I can't hear myself well. This is a good time to bail after we've called Diana some kind of. And Diana likes that story, by the way. I've talked to Diana a few times, and not
That's
only that, but I
fucking
did it in
hilarious.
England, and got to see their lovely daughter, who got to hear me tell the same story about the whole fucking 9 yards. So anyway.
So anyway, God, that's so
You're
good.
making Diana look like some kind of.
I just don't know why it makes it. Well, like the kids are in school. I don't know why that's like he obviously.
That
must
is
have done it a
fucking
couple of
hilarious.
times,
It's,
like, for him to remember. Oh my god,
kind of hard to explain, you know. The kids are in school.
kids are in school up here. Fucking Stu. Oh my god. That story, and then that, you know, if he shook his hand, he would stretch you and break your fingers. Like that's there needs to be a movie about Stu Hart.
Oh, speaking of movies, they are making a
Jesus
movie
Christ.
about Mildred Burt.
Yeah, I'm
Queen
trying
of
to.
the
I
Ring.
want to go see that. I want to see it the opening weekend to kind of help the box office, because kind of like with Iron Claw, like whether the movies are good or not, that's less the point. But they're being made. Like I liked Iron Claw enough, and
Iron
Queen of
Claw
the Ring
made me
was
cry.
really good.
That movie made me
Yeah.
cry.
Yeah, even though like they deviated stuff from the real story. That's why like people are like, it's based on a true story. I'm like, if you watch the movie, it says inspired by a true story, which gives you the leeway. I lived in Hollywood for about 5 years. That gives you a lot more leeway when inspired by. That's how they were able to change. But I thought the performances were great. The wrestling scenes were awesome. And I feel like Queen of the Ring is, I mean, it's getting good enough promotion. It should be good. I'm hoping it's going to be at the theater that's not far from me, because my wedding anniversary is the Friday before, and I'll be busy that Friday and Saturday, and I don't really want to have to like find a movie theater that's playing the independent movie, but I do want to go see it the opening weekend and help the box office.
All right, Jake. Before we move on to another topic, what is it like working with Phil?
I wouldn't say I don't know if it's working with so much.
Well,
I mean, yeah, but I would say a little bit more recently, because we've been meeting off the show and kind of hanging out, and like he's helped me kind of figuring out how to do my channel and stuff from there.
Oh damn! It feels good outside. Holy
I would
shit.
tell you, yeah, I got my window open. Phil, honestly, Phil isn't that much different than what you hear from him on his show. I would just say he probably swears a little bit more. You know?
I bet.
He's pretty much the same guy, which I think is the key to his success. Is he doesn't try to put on a show, like he's just himself, and that's why like he'll fumble things sometimes, or he'll botch the wrong thing and just laugh about it because he's just being him. Which is, I think, really what connected us. Because, you know, I'm good at making people laugh, and I was able to pop him a few different times and crack jokes, and also too, I'm good sometimes when he'll like read a comment and not understand it. I'm usually pretty good about that, so I'm kind of good at helping him in that regard.
There were some
good people though. He really
there were some things like on the shows, like some of the segments, and he doesn't get it. And I'm in the chat going, "This is what they meant. This is what they meant."
No, and that's one of the things that I like to do when I'm on his show. Is like I try to keep an eye on the chat for that exact reason. Or when the super chats come in, I'll try to read them first and decipher what was said. Because sometimes he'll be like, "What?" Or he'll say it wrong. I'm like, "No, they meant this word. That was a typo," which then changes the whole sentence.
Like mine super chat that one time, he was like, "I don't know what the fuck you're saying."
Yeah.
But then I'm typing in the chat, "This is what I meant."
Yeah. Like, I only get so many characters in the super chat. Yeah. No, if I'm not on, I can't help him out with him. And I mean, that's the other thing too, is I always tell him if I'm around, I'm happy to jump on, but I also know it's his show, and there's times where he just wants to go. Like he's like, I got shit to say, and he doesn't want to be cut off, and that's good. You know, I'm supposed to be on tomorrow. I'm definitely going to be on with him tomorrow for the watch along. I had to, I had to change internet companies because my old company, actually, that's the company that I got let go from. So I'm like, I'm like, yeah, we're going to change internet companies now because F them. They're not getting any more of my money. But my internet's much better now, so I should have no problems with the watch along tomorrow. Those are fun. I feel like those are like the old pay-per-view parties. You know, we used to have to get 4 or 5 people together. Everybody puts in $10. Somebody brings some beer, and we're all going to watch a show together.
See, my big dream, if you remember, I had a list on Twitter a while ago on who I wanted to be on my show. Phil was like the first one. Yeah, Phil was first. I think Kevin Apollo was second. The Iron Shogun.
Yeah.
Marvin was third because I will always love to work with Marv.
Yeah.
Starvin' Marvin?
No, oh Jesus fucking Christ. Marvin the Toon Monster. Watch his Tony Khan stuff. It's fucking hilarious. I had Evil Dose, and Evil Dose was the first one to comment me, ask me to join my show, and I had him on the show. I wish Aaron was there. Him and Aaron would have loved each other.
Yeah, Dose is cool.
Yeah, Dose was awesome. I would love to get him back on. I had Awful Wrestling, and I think I said your name. I couldn't remember.
No, I remember you reached out to me a couple, probably 2 or 3 months ago when I wasn't quite ready to get into because I hadn't got a laptop. I was kind of waiting for Black Friday to get a laptop and an additional monitor. Yeah, because like I said, this wasn't a plan. I didn't all right, we're gonna do this. It was like, oh shit, I have an opportunity. I can't let that door just sit there. Fuck this, we're going.
I just love how I'm gonna tell Aaron how this all started. I just had a random message, Aaron, from Jake here saying, "Hey, my YouTube channel's up and going. I'm available." What was it? Friday or I can't remember what you said. I'm available this day. Oh, we could do it today.
Yeah. Well,
do it today.
Yeah, when you asked me before, you're like, we usually do Fridays or Saturdays. I'm like, well, that'll work out, especially Friday. I'm like, shit else to do. Let's go. This is fun though.
And I texted Aaron, we got a guest host.
Well, good. I'm glad it worked out. That was fun.
Evil Dose was awesome. I had a good time with him.
Yeah, well, the first time I ever interacted with him was on actually a recorded podcast with Phil, and Dose and we followed each other on X, and we'd talked there, but after that conversation, he's definitely one of the people I want to bring on for me. I actually I think probably with the Ryan Nemeth legal case, I'll probably bring him on to explain that better.
Yeah.
Because I fully understand I am rarely the smartest person in any room, and I don't want to be. If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room is a phrase I always live by. And I know for a fact Dose is smarter than me, and I want to bring him on to be that. Same with MJ from NJ. I get along with him pretty well. He actually was one of the people that donated to my GoFundMe and was really reached out to me personally about it. And I was like, it's kind of one of those things where I was saying how that kind of the cat gave me that last moment. There was a big community of people that reached out, either that donated or just wanted to give their sympathies, and that really helped.
I remember. Yeah, I remember quoting you.
Yeah, and it's stuff like that when you see it happen to other people and they say how much it means, you understand it, but then you kind of go through something, you're like, damn, thanks guys. Because she was getting really healthy, and then unfortunately the cancer came back, and within 4 days she was gone. It was just a bing, bang, boom. And so we were dealing with that, but seeing all the messages, even showing my wife and talking to different people, even people that have become fans or followed me recently, will go back and kind of hear different stories and have brought it up. And it's just nice. There is a good community here in the IWC, just not the actual IWC, if that makes sense. It's like the 7 circles of hell. The deeper you get, the worse it is. But these outer circles, there's some better people. There's some good folks around.
I have a funny Phil Marks story.
Oh, nice.
I messaged him a while ago. This is when he I think took a little time off or something, or he had I think it was he had enough time to do something. I think he had like more time in the week. And I messaged him like a while ago. I said, hey, even though you're busy, I messaged him and said, sorry to bother you. I know you're busy. Me and Aaron will love to have you on the show, even though Aaron don't really know you, but I will love Aaron to know you and your channel. So he will know what I've been following and all that.
Yeah.
And he finally messaged me back. He said, yeah, I'm free. I can remember if it was a Saturday or a Friday, he was free. I said, it will work. I got Aaron hyped up. I was hyped up. It was Thursday. It was Thursday. It was a random Thursday. And Aaron was like, yeah, I'll make something happen. And I got off of work. Me working a third shift, 10 hours a job, right?
Yeah.
I'm hyped up. And all of a sudden, I overslept. I
Oh no.
didn't get a chance to interview him,
Oh no.
and
That's
I've
the
been.
worst.
Yeah, he was blowing up my phone. Aaron was blowing up my phone. It was
Oh
like
no.
Aaron was like, "Are you okay? Are we doing the show?"
Oh no.
Phil was
That's
messaging me.
awful.
Hey, I guess I give him a link to this show. He was
He was there,
on. He was
Oh,
there.
no.
I wasn't there.
That sucks, bro.
I'm not
Phil's
joking.
good people. Yeah, he's just super busy. I mean, that's yeah, to
I-
lock him down for stuff. That sucks.
To be honest with you, I legit cried.
I don't
was
blame
like,
you.
Oh my god, it was my chance, and I blew it. I told Aaron I was sorry. Aaron cheered me up. Aaron cheered me up the rest of the day. He's like, "It's all right. We'll get him somehow or whatever."
Yeah.
I said, "You don't understand. He's gonna be super busy after this." I had a chance. I had a window. I had all these questions to ask him. I had all the stuff. I had everything, but instead, me and Aaron used it for the next episode.
Yeah.
And I felt
that's rough.
I felt bad because I lied to people on Twitter. I was like, I'm going to have Phil Marsh from Pro Wrestling Times on my show. And I had so much shit ever since. So I deleted the tweet and everything. And, and luckily, Phil messaged me back. He goes, "Hey, if I get time, I will be on your show." And I said, "Thank you, Phil. I'm glad you made me feel better."
Yeah, no, he's a really good dude. Honestly, that's the whole reason why I've connected with him, was stuff that's like like I said, I interview people for a living for 8 years. Yeah, I'm pretty good at judging at least who's a decent person. You know what I mean? And I think and especially now he's been even more busy. That's why it took me a little while to connect with him so I could get my own channel up, because he had a baby recently, so he's got the baby.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, he had a baby end of last year. I think.
Holy fuck.
So yeah, he's got a baby. He's launching the channel. He still does shoot work too. Like, he's a writer for whatever he does. So like I've been watching, he and I on his Patreon were watching the old episodes of Tough Enough, because either he could pull them from his sites or I could pull them from mine, but you can't put them on YouTube because they'll get copyright struck. And so we've been watching them on Patreon. We watched the first 3 in like maybe 2 weeks. We've only watched 2 since because he can't find time. And it's like, I keep telling him, I'm like, dude, I'm available. I can make it work. Just let me know. Because I know his schedule is insane. Not only he's got a wife, he's got a kid, he's got a job, he's got the channel, and he wants to do, because he's a big movie and TV guy, he wants to do a channel based on that stuff. I'm like, that I can't really help you with. I don't watch as much stuff as I should. Like, I haven't, whatever pop culture has happened, I'm like, I'm usually behind.
I'm trying to do get more guests on here. I know Aaron wants to have some guests where he wants to invite someone. I'm welcome to him to invite any of his friends or whatever on here.
Yeah, I feel like that's the best kind of interaction that people can have, because you kind of get to be more your real self, and you're not just having to go. That's what I was afraid of with my own channel, and why I brought George to kind of be my co-host to kind of keep me on path, so I'm not just rambling and then you kind of like, well, what the hell am I going to talk about now? You can kind of play off people.
Like, I try to tell people on Twitter, I was like, hey, if you don't want to watch PWT, come watch me and Aaron. We're like an alternative,
right?
We're just like PWT. We'll talk about drama and all that shit. If you don't want to talk about drama, let's talk about movies, music, whatever makes you feel better. Me and Aaron try different stuff every week, like every Friday or Saturday.
That makes sense. That's cool.
Also we got God damn, I can't speak today. I was also invited to another podcast. What was that, Aaron? Like a month ago or so, I was in another podcast for Worldly Podcast to talk with them. We got invited to do a recording with them. We're doing No Way Out 2001.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and me and that gang are trying to work together to have me and Aaron on, because I'm off Thursday through Saturday, and Aaron, I get him on Friday and Saturday. So and all these podcasts are inviting us. They want to do Monday, Tuesday, Sunday, where me and him work, and I was like, that's not going to work, dude. And I'm not going to do a podcast to go to work not getting sleep.
Yeah, no, especially trying to talk and have it. Yeah. That was where Phil and I worked out too, because we're only 1 hour apart time difference wise. So
yeah, because he's from Canada, right? He's from Canada.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure where. I guess it's more central because I'm in the West. Yeah, because the time since go down. But
I'm just glad he ain't a French one.
yeah, I don't. From my understanding, again, from what Cornette says about most people with the French Canadian accent, even if they're not jerks, they come off that way. Phil doesn't. So, no, Phil's good people.
We, like I said, we had Evil Dose on here. We had me and Aaron, good friends with Willie. What does he call himself again? Willie's Wrestling Corner now, or some shit. He changed his name, but his original name was Willie Does Wrestling. He's a YouTube wrestling content. He makes like WWE 2K videos and all that.
Nice.
I randomly invited him on. I was like, hey, let's talk about your channel and all that stuff. And
That's cool. That's how you do it.
He got some recognition. I think he got a little bump on the subs, even though we have like over 50 subs. I don't know how that fucking works, but okay.
And I feel like every sub I have is because they've heard me on PWT, and I told them I was doing a channel. Like, hey, follow me. Everybody, all my subs. Like, I know that name. I know that name. I know that name.
I figure like half the subs I got are like people that are on Phil's chat.
Yeah.
When Phil's like, hey, give Savage Wrestling podcast a listen, and all of a sudden we're like, I had like 20 bumps up. I was like, God damn, Phil, thank you. I'll work with that. I'll take 20 people. I don't need 1,000.
100%.
Yeah. Me and Aaron we're trying to spread the channel here and there. Even though we have more followers on Twitter than YouTube, I don't know how.
It's funny how
mine are all fucking bots. Mine are all fucking bots.
I get messages from people like, can you and Aaron do a review and all that? But half times you can't do a review because there's some pay-per-views. Like, I can't remember what this guy wanted me to do. It was like the Royal Rumble in 1992 or something. But I was not. I don't think I was born yet.
But that is usually considered the greatest Rumble ever. But it's hard to do a watch along because it's the only reason it's the greatest Rumble ever is because of Bobby Heenan. Like the Rumble itself is good, but Bobby Heenan's commentary about Flair from entrant number 3 on is literally probably the best commentary wrestling's ever had. I won't be bad, God. Just let Ric Flair win. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that after Ric Flair. Like, he's fantastic.
Like I gave huge props to Phil. Like me, oh my God, Aaron hated this website we used our podcast on. It was Streamlabs. Aaron hated that fucking website because he kept getting kicked off. Every fucking like 5 minutes gets kicked off. And I keep inviting him. Every 5 minutes, like Aaron's picture would be still up. But I'm trying to talk to him and then he's quiet. I'm like, oh no, did he get kicked out or is he muted? Then Phil told me, hey, go to StreamYard, even though he hates StreamYard. He goes, a StreamYard would be good for you. I think it would be good for you and Aaron. Give it a shot. And me and Aaron fell in love with it since. But Aaron gets kicked off here and there, but it's not as bad as Streamlabs. Jesus Christ.
I use it because Phil does too. Like Phil should get a sponsorship from them because the whole reason that I used it is because of interacting with him on it and seeing kind of how it worked. And then now that I've got it myself, I've got like the creator studio channel part of it. So there's a lot more involved, but still it was like an interface I was comfortable with. I knew at least the basics of it. I already had an account built. So I just, again, waited for the Black Friday deal and did the 40% off, do that too. I try to do everything at the beginning cheap because I'm like, I don't have a ton of money. That's why I had a GoFundMe or still have one. I haven't promoted it anymore because fuck it. It's not, the story's not as, people want to help with when they're still alive. Once they're gone, it's like, well, story's over. But I now that I have better internet, because I think my problem was that StreamYard didn't like my weak ass internet that would go,
I could tell
go in and out.
Yeah,
that will not happen again. I literally, like, when I hooked the internet up to my laptop, a little pop-up came up like, exactly what it said, but like the internet is 6 times better now. And then right as I was about to take a screenshot, it changed to 10 times better, and it's been super strong ever since, which I'm gonna need since for now I'm gonna do recordings, but eventually I do plan to try to do a live show. Try to do it weekly, but I mean there's so many people doing every day of the week almost, so it's gonna be hard to figure it out, but I'll make something work.
Me and Aaron are also trying to do like reactions on our channel. We did like one reaction video and it was like a bunch of duplicates and all that. Then we're like, no, what? Let's just try something else. Me and Aaron tried so much shit. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, you got to find your niche.
I guess the podcast has been really good for us. I guess we get more views of the podcast and the reactions and that shit. So, my main concept of the podcast was I wasn't aiming for a podcast. I was aiming for a reaction channel. Then all of a sudden I'm like, no, what? Fuck, I'll do a podcast. Whatever, it'll work.
Yeah,
and I get
it.
Me, like not only that, I get shit on by people on YouTube saying, "Oh, our channel sucks" and all that stuff, but I don't take it. It's like, you know what? It's your guys' opinions on how our shit is. Quit making fun of this guy.
Yes, yes. So does your mom, buddy.
I mean,
as a matter of fact, whoever keeps writing the fucking hate comments, I'll be seeing your mom later this weekend. Bitch.
I'm prepared for that to
Go
start
make
coming
yourself
at some point.
scarce.
I feel like I'm in the honeymoon phase right now, and everybody who's following me or commenting are people that know me from Phil's show or some of my, real life friends.
You know what? I got
mom
your
watches
back.
them.
You know what, Jake? I got your back. I got your back on the comments.
Appreciate
I
that.
leave that guy alone. He's a really nice.
Yeah, well, the funny thing is I feel like most of the time that I end up getting hate comments, it's by some sicko who's either too stupid or too mad or probably both to not use any punctuation or grammar. Like the last time someone yelled at me and called me, that was just the first time I was called a shill. He called me a Triple H shill, and only one of the H's was capitalized. There was it felt like Dave. There was just a long run-on sentence. It was like one long sentence of why he was mad at me. I'm like, okay, I retweeted it. I was like, I've never been called a shill before. It's a win.
Oh my God. I remember, this is when Aaron was like 2 episodes in with me, and he was shitting on us. I didn't posted it on it because YouTube, you can hold on to it to review it. I said, fuck this. I'm not putting it on our page because Aaron would have had a heyday on his ass. It was about this is when we streamed on Streamlabs, so it was kind of shit. I'll agree with the guy. It was a shit video. Oh, you guys just don't have it and all that. I don't know why you guys keep talking shit about AEW. You guys talk shit about AEW more than WWE and all that stuff. I'm like, dude, we're 50-50. I don't know what the fuck is your guys' deal. I'm not like JD from NY. Go on one side, talk shit about WWE, then go on the other side, then talk shit about AEW.
Yeah.
But the reason,
I love. Hold on, I don't mean to interrupt, but I absolutely love that these Sasha Banks, Mercedes Moné fucking accounts keep following me. Every time that I comment on something, some kind of parody, joke, or bullshit account follows me on fucking X.
That's funny.
Speaking of Mercedes Moné, I got in the middle of a controversy with. Do you remember a guy named Wes on Twitter?
Yup.
Okay. Somehow I got in the middle of that when he dropped the hard R.
Yeah, I'll say, were you in that Spaces that I've seen
Yeah,
videos of?
Yeah.
I've only seen videos of it. I wasn't there, but
I was in it, but I didn't speak.
Smart.
I didn't speak. When I heard
you weren't even there. I wasn't even there.
I wasn't even there.
I was just watching.
Who's on?
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing is, the whole thing about that was, I can't remember his name, Lamont Davis or some shit, invited me because he's a fan of us. He invited me to this space. So, okay, they're a bunch of African Americans talk about wrestling. Okay, I'll join, whatever. Then they invited him and his butt buddy too. They were talking. I can't remember what it was.
There was a lot of yelling, and then it stopped when there was.
Yeah, there was a lot of yelling.
There was a lot of yelling.
A lot of punches thrown. What the fuck were they talking about? The Ibu, elbow, whatever. Talk about
whatever. Elbow.
Whatever.
Elbow. That's what we're calling him now.
I mean,
Yeah.
it works.
Elbow. It was. They were talking
Elbow,
about
elbow, El Doofus.
El Retardo.
We all know who he's talking. We all know who he is. When you see that face pop up in your ex, you're like, "Oh God, here we go again."
I'm looking at it real quick.
Oh,
I think it was the Britt. Yeah, it was a Britt Baker Adam Cole drama when they said that Britt Baker cheated on him.
Right.
And I could remember it was We Want Hendry.
Did she really?
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
I don't think so. It was
No, that's just been a stupid rumor that the dirt sheets kind of said because they said it initially.
I mean, I will say, ever since that they broke up, Adam Cole's left arm has gotten increasingly bigger.
He's been working on that stroking game.
There's a bad Paul Orndorff joke to make, but I'm not going to make it. I'm not.
Oh my God.
That's all I need. That's it. I knew it. That works enough. You can hear it. It's there.
Well, I was in the middle of
That's wrong.
Yeah, no, that was bad. That's bad, but it was funny.
I was in the middle of that.
To me.
Now I'm curious. Now you have to say it.
Well, no, just because I could have. I didn't really make up the joke. It was just he had atrophy in the one arm, so he had one arm smaller than the other. So Adam Cole's got that Paul Orndorff thing going on. That's really the only joke. It's either that or the episode of Family Guy where Quagmire finds the internet and spends 3 days in his house and has the big arm when he comes up. But that's I try to keep it.
What's going on?
Yeah, just hanging out, checking out that internet.
A lot of internet porn. I'm gonna go check the mail. Did you do a lot of Quagmire? You been lifting weights? No. I'm gonna go back inside. But I was in that space. Then they were arguing, a lot of yelling. Then he drops the hard R. Then I went, okay, I'm leaving. Then, like a few hours later, they wronged it up. And all you can see is the fucking logo for the fucking podcast in the space where I was at.
That's not good.
Yeah. Oh,
no.
man.
The funny thing is, one of my buddies messaged. She goes, "Hey, James, are you racist?" No, why? You were a part of the whole.
You were close to where they were.
Or where? I said I heard that where the 3 letters came in, and I backed out. I didn't hear the whole word.
Oh, I heard the whole word.
Yeah, after Aaron sends me the fucking video. Well, oh, that's what he said. I thought he was saying night.
No, he was not.
Okay. Then We Want Hendry guy was making a big deal about it. I'm like, really, guys, just let it go. So what? He's white. He's pulling a Call of Duty card. It's basically every Call of Duty player.
Yeah. But he's also like a 40-year-old dude, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's the whole thing, with JD. Like, there's videos of him playing Mario Kart being super racist, and it's just like,
his Asian jokes, all the Asian jokes and shit.
There's a few different ethnicities he's attacked on videos that I've seen, and it's who certain people are, which then you're not surprised when their wrestling takes are full of shit too.
Oh my God. Let's talk about Josh Alexander.
Nice.
Or why?
Yeah, he's in the news, and I think this story is bullshit.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna bring it up.
Even if he has signed, why stooge it? But I don't know. I feel like he'd be a good NXT coach.
Josh Alexander is joining AEW. He chose the promotion as they offer him a better deal than WWE. And it goes on to say Josh Alexander has not been announced by multiple sources, listed him as coming, and it was confirmed to us that he made his decision at which size WWE or AEW he was going to based on what he or whatever was right thing for his family and the best offer. That was sourced by Wrestling Observer newsletter.
Oh wow, there's Dave again.
Well, and like there's the aggregating sites being, 0 for 2 recently, because they were the ones that also told us that Elijah was for sure AEW bound or ROH bound because he did that one video with the Righteous, and then last week he shows up on TNA, and now he signed with TNA. So anytime these aggregation sites, which I used to really enjoy Cultaholic when they were more of like when they would post fun videos as opposed to just trying to be the news and aggregate Dave. That's just, I can't. Like if your source is the Wrestling Observer newsletter, like anymore, if you haven't seen how bad he's been for the last 18 months and more, but specifically his track record the last 18 months, I can't help you. I really can't. There's nothing I can do for you if you think that he's a news source.
I don't see him in the AEW.
I could see him joining, having like one feud that they book that, and then the next feud they book something stupid and then he's off TV or on Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to do more of like stuff with Maple Leaf Pro. Go be with Scott D'Amore.
It'd be easy for him and his family.
Right. That's what I thought.
Being from Canada, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, at least right now, because they try to join WWE right now when they're on the road to Mania, and NXT is freaking stacked. I feel like I would just want to wait. Like, that's why I think for Miro, everyone's like, oh, he's going to come back to WWE. I'm like, he should go to TNA. He should go spend a year. He should go do the Naomi/Trinity move. Go be in TNA for a year, go dominate, win a title, have some great matches, and then come back.
I see Josh.
That's what I would do.
I see Josh Alexander go to Japan. Like, have a good run in Japan, but the way New Japan has not been really well. But...
Oh, whoa.
Or go to Maple Leaf Pro or whatever.
Fuck.
What, Aaron? What?
Nothing. We don't talk politics on this show.
No, fuck no. Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
I'm doing it anyways. So President Zelensky has been told to leave the White House. If you don't know who that is, it's it's the president of Ukraine.
Okay.
Damn, I bet you Trump told him, you ain't getting any more fucking money. Fuck you. Piss off. Fight Russia on your own terms, fucker.
Dave also mentioned that Aleister Black should be returned to WWE.
Why? Because his wife works there? Like, it doesn't play, I mean, maybe. But again, maybe. If he does, I think they should save him till the Raw or SmackDown after Mania. Because again, it's just nuts. There's no room right now.
No. Especially them having the road WrestleMania starts right after Rumble and all that. Yeah. It's going to be a little hectic for months and all that. Let's see. Let's do this first. They said Jade Cargill has been officially clear. She's been out of action since November with an undisclosed injury and was listed.
Filming a movie.
yeah. And with the company and all that, blah blah blah. Where do you think when she will return?
Tomorrow. I think she'll be the reason why. So my thought, is that she'll be the reason why Bianca wins the Chamber, because I feel like they want to do a women's main event for night one, and Bianca and Rhea is really the only match that would be main event worthy. Yes. Tiffany and Charlotte's going to be a great match. It's going to get Tiffany over massively, but it's not a night one main event. Rhea versus, but I'm not really. I think she will, but I'm not sure because I don't know if they can really turn Bianca heel. It's very interesting, the whole thing. But I think she comes back tomorrow at the Chamber and is involved somehow in the ending of that. Oh God, it's Cope. Dead behind the eyes.
I'm sorry to laugh. Sorry to laugh, Jake. But when I came back on the screen, I just saw that fucking face.
You ever see like
this just came across my fucking phone screen? I was like, "Yep."
like in the movie Jaws or other movies where they like zoom in on the character but kind of zoom out and they're scared. Like that's that camera angle we need on that edge right there. Just I'm dead in the face.
All right,
Oh Lord.
speaking.
All right, guys, this was fun. I gotta tap out though. I've got a couple things I gotta take care of for my wife before she gets off work.
All right,
This was fun though.
Yep.
Awesome. Cool hanging out with you guys. Come check out my channel. It's right there at the bottom. All Jake takes on. Me and George will be doing a show on Sunday. Thanks, guys.
Yep.
Have a good one.
See you.
Peace.
See ya. All right, everyone, do something real quick before we get off.
What's up?
How are you? About The Rock. You want to talk about that? I remember
the fact that he wants Cody Rhodes' soul.
What do you think's going on there?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I will say I'm just tired of seeing everybody bitch about everything all the time. Triple H is giving us one of the most unpredictable roads to WrestleMania, to where we are constantly asking questions and not having answers. And I think, quite frankly, that people are pissed off because they are they're so used to the Vince McMahon way of booking, and I've kind of fell victim to this a couple of times where I've thought of ideas and I'm like, ew, that's the Vince McMahon way of thinking.
Right. But do you think Cody's going to accept The Rock's offer?
Yeah, but we're also forgetting one key component into this whole story.
Go ahead.
What is this favor?
Do you think it's going to make Punk turn heel?
Punk will work fucking great as a heel.
Be a corporate champion for The Rock?
I don't know.
We don't know.
Hopefully we'll get some. No, we're not going to get any answers until tomorrow, for sure.
Yeah.
I think that this is just kind of a SmackDown that's just going to be like, oh, wow, SmackDown's on. Cool.
Before we do the album of the week, go Savage Spot for 10% off at W's Energy and a Reap Apparel Company.
Yeah.
We also have a Discord. Join it. It's not that hard. It's Savage Wrestling Podcast. It's in the pinned comment on my Twitter. Just go ahead and hit the link. You'll be joining with me and Aaron and a bunch of boys and gals.
Boys.
I don't know about Elimination Chamber, but it's gonna be unpredictable. To all the people that says Damian Priest is gonna win, shut up.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. Dumb sluts.
Everybody keeps saying Cena's gonna win, but I don't see it. Oh my god. We'll just see what happens. There's the Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn Unsanctioned match. I'm looking forward to that. The Women's Elimination Chamber. Trish is going to be there tomorrow.
So apparently Triple H is dubbing this weekend's Elimination Chamber as the start of an industry-changing weekend.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
This is a really interesting road to WrestleMania. And God damn it, Aaron, I can't look at that fucking face. Nope. It was nice having Jake on. What's your album of the week there, brother?
My album of the week is Black Sabbath Volume 4. I'm actually going to go listen to that after we get off here.
All right, my album of the week. This album just came out today. Architects, The Sky, the Earth, and all between. Really good fucking album.
Yeah.
To all my metal fans out there. like I said, thank you, Jake, for joining up. We'll do another one down the road. Let's see if I can
Yay.
join his. Let's see if we could join his channel. Like you said, alt Jake on. Go his YouTube. We're still working on joining World Elite Podcast on their show. I haven't heard a word since. They're probably ghosting us like Tony Khan ghosts Shaman Man. I'm joking. I'm
Don't
joking.
say that.
I'm
Don't say
joking.
that.
It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. But
Cope. Cope using a rope that's slathered in soap while he's smoking on the dope.
And also, Aaron, what's your famous line? What's that band you hate so much? God, I can't put my finger on it. Oh, it's name of a food. Oh, God damn it. Hold on, let me think. Oh, Aaron, it's on the tip of my tongue.
Red Hot Chili Peppers?
What?
I can't say that with a straight face. I love the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Vanilla Ice?
Because I come from the state of Pennsylvania.
Corn sucks. Deptone sucks. Aaron is
Hold
not.
on, I gotta think of another band that really sucks.
Aaron is not down with the Nuki. We know that.
Nope.
Uh,
All right, I got it.
Come on, man. I'm itching. To hit
This
this
is for
goddamn
all
button.
my juggalos and juggalettes. Whoop whoop.